Live. Alright, we should be live now.
Cool.
From what I can tell.
Nice.
Oh, I might be getting an echo back.
Oh yeah, it started.
My pages are taking forever to refresh.
Oh yeah, it's live right now.
I see it.
Alright, can you guys hear us? Post in the chat if you guys can hear us.
Everyone's saying yes, yeah.
Alright, cool. So hello everybody. Today I'm being joined by the really wonderful animator, Ebony the Wingless Mudwing. You can check her channel in the description, and we're going to be answering questions that you guys have about like animation or artwork, or if you just have questions about Wings of Fire. We'll try to answer them while we're drawing. And also joining us to help us with like talking to the chat and talking to people is DylanDapperVlogs, and he runs a vlogging channel about travel and daily life and stuff, but he's also just like one of our friends who's gonna like talk to us and keep the conversation interesting, and he's gonna be the main one who's reading the chat and relaying your questions to us, basically. So yeah, hopefully we can have a fun and entertaining discussion for you while also like drawing some stuff. I know for me, I'm actually gonna be working on my Kara map part for Ebony, and I think, Ebony, what are you working on today?
I am working on Good For You map part.
Oh, nice. Okay, that map has taken forever to come out, so I'm really excited for that to be done, hopefully.
Me too.
So yeah, and Dylan, you're there, right?
Yeah,
I'm reading the chat. Okay, yeah, say hi to everybody, moderator.
Hello, it's me. I said hi in the chat.
But yeah, all right. So I'm using Procreate, and what are you using, Ebony?
I'm using Fire Alpaca.
Okay. I didn't know you switched to that. I thought, for some reason, I thought you were using like Krita or Flip-a-Clip. But I guess Flip-a-Clip's not on the computer, is it?
For some reason, my laptop does not have Flip-a-Clip. I used to use Sketchbook, but that was like 1 year ago.
Oh, like Autodesk Sketchbook?
Yeah, Autodesk.
Okay, is that good? Yeah. Like, I tried it, and then I was kind of like, oh, I don't like it. I deleted it really fast.
Okay. It has a lot of brushes I can use. That's a good thing for backgrounds. It's like equals to a Procreate. I just do backgrounds all day.
Okay. Do you use Procreate for backgrounds? Or do you prefer other programs?
I don't have Procreate. I use, because I don't have an iPad.
Oh yeah, I forgot you don't have an iPad. I talked to you about this. I was like, oh yeah, I do remember saying you should get an iPad, and you were like, I don't have one.
Yeah, I was basically like, I lost my Apple Pencil. I have my iPad. I don't have an iPad because like that one's in school. iPad doesn't have like, I can't download anything on it.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah, that was pretty frustrating.
Do you guys want some questions now?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what is your favorite Dragonet of Destiny?
You can go ahead first, Ebony.
I really like Clay and Sunny because I like their personalities. They're really kind and they're nice. What about you?
For me, I really like Tsunami because, I used to be a lot like Tsunami when I was younger because I was like very bossy and like I had to be the leader and stuff. So I like her because she reminds me of myself when I was a kid.
Yeah, I like Clay and Sunny because I used to be a lot like Sunny because I used to be really excitable and just really happy all the time. I mean, I still am now, but just Sunny reminds me of my past a lot, and Clay's just really nice. I like him.
Yeah, Clay is, I think, a classic. Like, if you don't like Clay, I feel like there's something wrong. Yeah, because he's very likable. But why, out of curiosity, you like Sunny, so why'd you make this whole map about, like, Sunny getting tortured?
Actually, that actually had nothing to do with like Sunny getting tortured because I just last summer I just had this like I still am, but I'm not sure if you guys know, but I like Undertale a lot. And last summer I got into Undertale and I was listening to because I just got really bored at school, so I tend to just like sit on the, and then I found this really cool song called To the Bone, and I just like that would be really cool if I can make a map out of it. And then I remembered this scene about Sunny and Fierce Teeth and Strong Wings and Prey Hunter. Apologies, guys, I didn't put Prey Hunter into the map because I forgot, and that was just me being inconsiderate. Sorry about that. But yeah, so I thought that To the Bone really fits these characters. But it has nothing to do with
really
Sunny
well
being tortured.
I just think that's really funny that you really like Sunny, and like, yeah, that's funny because I actually thought you made the map because you wanted to like make a map about Sunny being scared and running away from everything, and like Fierce Teeth and Strong Wings being like Papyrus and Sans.
Yeah, well, that was pretty. That was weird, but that was like just for the sake of the map, really.
Okay, so what is your guys' favorite Wings of Fire book? The main series, not the Legends or the Wingless or anything.
Oh, from the main series? Because my favorite Wings of Fire book is by far Darkstalker. Like, by far and beyond, it's Darkstalker by like a huge margin. And then from the main series, it's hard to choose. I actually really like Turtle's book, even though a lot of people hate it. I like it.
Oh yeah, that was a good book.
And I really like Moonwatcher's book too, because I mean, can you tell the books I like are the books that have a lot of Darkstalker in them? So
You just a Darkstalker nerd.
I mean, my cat is named Darkstalker, so you know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What about you, Ebony?
My favorite Wings of Fire book is Winter Turning.
Oh yeah, Winter Turning's good.
Edginess.
It has a lot of family issues with his like own family. Even though I can't relate to that, I can't relate to that. I still find it's because Winter is my favorite Jade Winglet Dragonette, and that's just part of the reason why I really like Winter Turning. But I also really like the quote. I can't really remember it exactly, but I can't remember it, but I just have this like.
Do you remember what it was like about vaguely?
It's about like where I am, who I'm with.
Oh
something.
Yes, I remember. It's like at the very end of the book.
Yeah, it is.
He's like saying like happiness depends on who I'm with, not like my social status. It's like vaguely like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the idea of like what it sounds like in my head. I just can't really like say it out
I know
loud.
exactly what quote you're talking about, because like it made me okay. So spoilers for book 10, just so you guys know in the chat. Like it made me really upset that like Winter had this whole like character development, you know, where he's like, happiness is who I'm with, not like my social status and where I am. And he's all like, I'm gonna help Moon, like, make sure that the prophecy doesn't happen. And then, like, he just totally goes back on that in book 10. And he's like, I'm gonna fight with Ice Wings and then get teleported. And it's like, all that character development is completely ignored. And that, like, frustrated me so much. So I actually asked Tui about it. And, like, so this is one of the things that I was gonna post in my video that I was making, the one that you asked me to make, Ebony, about like the things I've learned from interviews with Tui. So like I asked Tui like, dude, you wrote Winter to like develop in all these ways, and then like he just completely loses all his character development in book 10, and like why would you do that? And Tui said that basically like she said that, you know, like in books, like you kind of go from like the beginning of the book to the end of the book, and like the character develops, and then like, but in real life, like that's not permanent. Like in real life, people can like develop, but they can also regress. So she said basically like Winter regressed in book 10 because like first of all he had to deal with like the plague on the Ice Wings, so it's like an attack on his whole tribe by Darkstalker. And then second, because he got like put underneath a spell, so he like kind of returned to this place of like fear and uncertainty, because like he was like he like had the effect of having the magic put on him. So like she said that's why he regressed, but in the end he's still like trying to improve because he still decided to go to Sanctuary instead of like going back to the Ice Kingdom. But I guess we'll see in book 14. That's one of the reasons I'm really excited for book 14, is because Winter's coming back. Winter's also one of my favorite characters in the Jade Winglet.
Yeah.
Winter's a very complicated
character. I just find it really fascinating that people like people are really complicated in real life, but like in like actual books they can't really like, so like they'd be like, that's what this character is supposed to do, that's not supposed to happen, when they know that it's totally possible to happen in real life. I'm not sure if you know what I mean.
I think that is what Tui was kind of getting at. Like in books, like you kind of like have the story progression where it's like, you know, the character developed, we expect them to act in a certain way in the future, but in real life, like people can change in like a negative way too. Whereas like in books, you usually expect protagonists to only change in a positive way unless they're like a villain like Darkstalker.
Yeah. What about you, Storm? What's your favorite book?
Oh, what's my favorite book?
From a storyline.
I really liked book 13 actually. I thought it was
I liked
well-written
Poison Jungle too. That was a good one.
Especially the plot twist at the end. I don't want to go into like too much spoilers, but it was really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, book 13 is definitely my favorite in the third arc so far.
What that brings me up to the next question. What are your guys' thoughts on The Other Mind? Spoilers for book like the entire third arc here, so.
You can go ahead, Ebony, since I answered it first. The other one first.
Alright. So, The Other Mind, a very interesting character who plays the part of the antagonist in I believe that The Other Mind is pretty interesting. Should I say character or just
entity, I guess?
An entity.
Entity, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's really interesting, and then it's like I like how too we just like showed Hawthorne, like, because he's okay, spoilers if you haven't read book 13, but he was possessed by the Other Mind. And then I like how too we just like showed him to be completely innocent, and then after he just like a character like a twist. I'm not sure if that's how you call it, but like his just like his character just like changed from like just really like, you know, just being helpful and nice and all that to like really malicious and just I don't know if evil is the right word to use here, but like just like the villain of the story.
Yeah, I loved that part.
Yeah,
I actually like.
It's a bit sad.
I have a like map idea or like either a PMV or a map idea actually using an Undertale song for Hawthorne, and like I have a feeling you'd really like it. I'll share it with you in DMs later.
Alright. I heard plenty of Undertale songs, so
you would probably know the song, since I guess I don't know how well known it is, but I really like it.
Oh wait. I think I know what. Okay, maybe I don't, but I know there's one that might relate to Hawthorne and all that. But never mind. Keep on with the questions.
Okay, so how do you guys feel about Blue potentially being possessed by the Other Mind, and Cricket and the other dragons having to leave him behind?
Oh my god, I love it. I'm like, dude, Blue getting possessed is like my lifeblood. Like, I want evil. I'm here for evil Blue. I'm here for Blue killing people against his will. I am here for like Blue like being horrified at what he's done once he gets cured. I'm here for the scene where Blue almost kills Cricket, and then he like comes to his mind briefly and he like stops himself. I'm here for all that cliche stuff. Like I am so excited for Evil Blue. I want him to wreck the house.
That got really dark really fast.
Like
What about you?
I love Evil Blue, and yeah, I hope that he's like really intense. I actually like drew some Evil Blue stuff, but I never colored it because I didn't really, I guess, like lose inspiration, but I just kind of felt like the drawing wasn't that good, so I decided not to keep going with it.
Losing motivation.
But, like, yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of lost motivation, but yeah, so like for people on the stream, I'm going to the drawing of Evil Blue that I made. One of them. I made multiple drawings, actually. This is one of them that I made, but I'm not satisfied with all the aspects of this drawing, so maybe I'll color it one day. Maybe I'll just never color it. We'll see.
Ooh.
That looks great.
But I have to fix the leg, mostly. I think I can color it if I fix the leg.
Yeah.
Because the angle of the leg's not correct here. And then there's another one that I made that I would like to make into a shirt or something, but I just don't know how to exactly do the, I can't remember the composition. I don't know how to do the composition around the edges, but I like this version of Evil Blue too, with like the flame still coming out of his wrists. I guess you can't see it yet on the chat, but I should be switching to it.
That looks cool.
That's
Scary.
That's
Yes,
really
I'm
interesting.
here
I
for
like
Evil
the
Blue.
design.
I'm
Oh
really
my.
here for Evil Blue.
Yeah.
That is
Same for
very
me,
nice.
because I like how like an innocent character just turned evil. Like, just
That's-
really interesting.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I told Tui that like all these things I wanted to see when I saw her, and she took notes, so hopefully.
Oh my.
Hopefully. I saw her write down Evil Blue when I was talking, so...
Hey Tui, I want these for my Christmas.
Write these into book 14 for me. Okay,
Yeah,
what
because
is...
like Christmas is like. Okay, sorry.
Okay, what is your guys' favorite character from the third arc?
Unfortunately, I actually don't really care that much as much about the third arc characters. Like, they didn't really capture my heart as much as the first and second arc characters did. I mean,
felt that
I
too.
like Sundew and Willow. I think they're really cute, and I actually have like a keychain of them on my wallet. But I like don't. I actually don't care as much about them individually as I like kind of like the pairing. Trying to think favorite character from arc 2 or arc 3. Yeah, I don't really connect that much to any of the new characters. What do you think?
What about
Ebony?
you, Ebony?
Oh, I'm probably gonna like Snowfall. Suffolk Snowfall preemptively.
You don't even know what
Yeah,
she's gonna be like, but you already like her more than the entire third arc character.
I heard basically like at the New York Fan Fest, like Tui read the first chapter or something, like part of the first chapter of the new book of The Dangerous Gift, and from that like 2 paragraphs, I like Snowfall. You can find it on the
That's
Wikia, I
interesting.
think. I think that somebody transcribed it on the Wikia.
Ooh.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Dylan could probably read it right here,
I
actually.
can go look. Book 14.
Interesting. I would like to know more about it.
Alright, I'm on the wiki. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody transcribed it.
Oh,
like what
there is an
she
excerpt.
read,
Do you want me to
so,
do you
yeah.
want me to read it?
Let's
There
hear
is an excerpt.
the answer from Ebony on her favorite character, and then yeah, you can read the excerpt from the first chapter of Dangerous Gift.
Cool.
Okay, so my favorite character is Sundew. I know that because I know it's like I have weird character preferences because I like nice characters, but I also really like bossy characters.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
why you
know
like
why.
Fierce Teeth.
Yeah. Like I really like Sundew. I find her really cool, and I like she has like like a different personality. Like she's like inside, she's actually really like weak towards like Willow because like towards the dragon she care about, and that just show that she's capable of being nice to other dragons as well. She kind of resembles Winter a lot. I don't know why, but that's like how I think about her, and that's another reason why I like her.
I think that's fair, yeah. I think, like, out of the main characters for Arc 3, I agree that Sundu's the best one, for me, at least.
Yeah. Totally not because she's edgy.
But, yeah, I think I'll really like Snowfall. But for now, before Snowfall, I think, yeah, Sundu's the best of the main characters. But, yeah, Dylan, go ahead and read the excerpt from, the first chapter of Dangerous Gift. And I know that, so I was there when Tui read this, and while I'm not sure if this is the exact word-for-word transcript, it definitely, like, has, like, the thing, like, there's, like, certain quotes in here that they did get exactly word-for-word, so I think it's a very accurate, in general, transcript of the first chapter. Or at least a part of the first chapter, the first, like, 2 paragraphs.
Yeah, it's not very long, it's more like 2 paragraphs.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead and read it.
Alright.
Snowfall was going to be the very best queen of the Icewings ever. The best. She was going to keep all of her dragons safe. They were all going to be healthy and prosperous and safe, and no one was going to die of any more evil magic plagues like the one that killed the previous queen. No one. Not on her watch. Queen Snowfall had a plan. Or at least, she had a firm death grip on an idea that was kind of like a plan. That plan was, stay away from other dragons. No more getting involved in other tribes' stupid wars. No more summits with queens who talked down to her or eyed her like she might be the one to start the next war. No more interactions with the Nightwings, ever. None of this inter-tribe, peace talk, empathy-building drum circle nonsense. Icewings were a great tribe. They didn't need any other tribes. Those subjects of hers who wanted to go explore, to meet other dragons, and study in their perilous, flammable schools, they needed to be stuffed into igloos until they came to their senses. She hadn't actually imprisoned anyone in an igloo yet, just to be clear. It was only an idea. For now, she let a few dragons go to the Jade Mountain Academy because of all the grumbling and whining and alarming enthusiasm at the idea. But she was hoping that they would come back with stories about how terrible it was. And by then, all the other curious Icewings would have forgotten about ever wanting to leave. No, in Snowfall's version of her reign, all Icewings would stay in the kingdom, where she could keep an eye on them. Other dragons would stay out of the kingdom, and there would be no more dealing with tribes that weren't them. Not unless she said so. It was a good plan. A straightforward plan. A nice, safe, brilliant plan. Except for the problems. Problems like queens who kept sending her messages about alliances and trades and building more schools like Jade Mountain Academy. Shut up, Ruby! Go away, Glory! Deal with your own stupid dragons, Thorn! Problems like the Icewings on her own council who wanted to meet with the Nightwings and try to build a bridge over centuries of violence and hatred after that blasted magic empathy spell that had ended their last battle. Problems like not knowing exactly where everyone was and having to wonder where the missing dragons in question had left the Ice Kingdom or were still lurking around somewhere, maybe plotting some cold-blooded murder. Most urgently, the problem of the fact that hundreds of strange dragons were apparently flying towards her shores at this very moment. And that's it.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, so she sounds like
I'm actually,
she's like a mean girl,
really
which I enjoy, so how much power do I have?
Yeah. I kind of imagine like you know the people who give like coronavirus speeches.
Yes.
That's basically how I imagine her to be, like, just like giving, stay home, like it's locked down, stay home, wash your hands, eat your vitamin C. Just not go anywhere.
It's interesting, actually, because one of the reasons that the book was delayed is because Tui said that she was having a very hard time writing it because Corona's happening, like, right now. And, like, the main thing with Snowfall is that she's very anxious and she's very fearful because this huge plague just happened to her tribe, and so she like worries about, you know, like her dragons getting hurt and ill and like getting cursed and ill and things like that. And like literally the exact same thing is happening with the world, with like people getting like paranoid and like fearful of each other because of coronavirus. So like it was like Two's like, it's too real to me. I'm empathizing with Snowfall too much.
It's like becoming Snowfall.
Yeah, maybe this book will be good. Not good. Like this, maybe this book will be like having a lot of stuff related to like taking inspiration from the real world.
Mm-hmm.
I also saw that it's actually been delayed till March 1st, 2021.
Oh, it got delayed further now? I didn't realize.
That's what the wiki says. Yeah, that's what the wiki says.
I thought it was delayed till like, oh yeah, March 2nd, 2021.
Yeah, so.
Last I saw was December, but.
Same. That's
oh
what
yeah,
I heard
yep.
last
It says March 2nd, 2021. Yeah, it's delayed further.
Dang it.
Wow, that means that book 13 and then book 14, it'll be almost 2 years between them.
Oh my.
That's even longer than between book 10 and book yeah, that's even
11.
longer than between book 10 and book 11, where like 2 had to make a whole new world and stuff.
Yeah, jeez. You guys want more questions then?
Readers.
Okay, how did you guys get into Wings of Fire?
Ebony, you can answer this one first.
One of my online friends recommended to me.
And you just started reading it? But like, how did you actually like get into it and start thinking about joining the fandom?
So one day I was reading Wings of Fire. I was like, that's a cool book. Why don't I go on YouTube and just see if like there are people making content related to that? And then I went on YouTube and saw Sahel's video, and then I'd be like, so it's Sahel's video that I watched.
Yeah,
it's like one of those like her there. I'm not sure about their gender, but I'm not sure how to what their pronouns are.
Sahel, yeah.
But,
well, she goes by Hasio now, but yeah, she's female.
Okay, so yeah, so I saw one of her comic videos, like comic dubs about like Clay and Peril and Turtle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know like who those characters are, like except Clay and Peril. I don't know who Turtle. I don't know who Turtle is like then, but then I said, well, that's a fascinating video. I'm going to watch more videos like this, and then ended up like making videos.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
For me, it's actually kind of a long story, so you guys will probably hear this again when I release my Q&A video. But I feel like I might have drawn on the wrong layer by mistake. Anyway, so basically what happened was I used to read like all the time, and I read on Kindle a lot because I was in college and like I didn't want to have to carry books around like from dorm to dorm all the time. And when I when I was on the Kindle, like I saw like these really cool looking colorful like Amazon books like in the Kindle store. And I guess like in high school I saw them too, but I didn't have a Kindle before before college, so I didn't like actually see any of the Wings of Fire books till I was already in college, even though they started coming out when I was in high school. And so like I saw them, but I really didn't want to pay for them, and I tried to get them through my school library, but they didn't have them. So I just kind of ignored them for a long time. And then eventually like I just kind of caved and read them. And like when I read them, like I was like, oh wow, these are pretty good. Like this is like pretty entertaining. But I kind of didn't care, so I got to the end of arc 1, and I was like, okay, that's a good series, but like that's cool and all. So then I stopped. But then like later, I was trying to drive somewhere, like taking a really long drives, and I was like, okay, I need to find like an audiobook to listen to while I go on this really long drive, because I was like driving like for 3 hours by myself. And I was like, okay, I saw that there was this like random Wings of Fire book called Darkstalker Legends, and I was like, oh, it's a standalone book, and this is a good series, so I'll read it, sure. So I just sort of like grabbed it, and keep in mind I had not read book 6 at all, so I'd not read any of R2, so I had no idea what was going to happen with Darkstalker Legends. Like, I literally just thought it was this random standalone book in the Wings of Fire universe. So I had no idea what the ending was going to be. So, like, I'm reading Darkstalker Legends, and I'm like, first I, like, kind of just thought that Clearsight and Darkstalker were pretty goofy, but they sort of, like, roped me in, and I began to really care about these characters. And then, like, stuff just... Okay, so spoilers for the end of Darkstalker Legends. Like, stuff just kept on falling apart, and I was like, oh my god, like, everything's falling apart. This is a kid's book, but it's, like, a tragedy. And I just got, like, so invested. And, like, I actually remember, like, over Thanksgiving, like, I just wanted Thanksgiving to be over so I could drive home and keep, like, listening to this book as I was driving home. And... yeah, but, like, once I read it, like, I just couldn't believe, like, all the things that happened. And, like, again, like, it's a kid's book, but, like, the main character actually becomes a villain, and, like, he gets, like, basically killed at the end of the book. Like, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And, like, I was, like, it made me really sad, too, because, like, normally, like, I don't care that much about characters in books. Like, it's very hard for me to get emotional over, like, movies or characters, but, like, I got really emotional at the end of Darkstalker Legends. So, like, yeah, so then I started going onto the Wikia and looking stuff up about the characters, and then, like, I started drawing stuff, and yeah, that's how I got involved.
Yeah, I remember after reading the Darkstalker Legends, I got depressed for, like, days.
Oh no!
But that's the thing,
sad.
like, it's so powerful.
I remember, like, reading yeah. Like, I started reading Darkstalker Legends, like, about like, a few weeks into quarantine, because I happened to got a PDF version of it. And then I read it, and then
Oh, you cut out.
Sleep. Like, so... Oh, sorry. And then I was like, I am not going to sleep that night. I'm not going to sleep tonight. It's so disturbing. And I actually, like... I don't know what's that feeling, but I didn't feel like... I usually... Yeah, like what you said, I don't really get emotional over, like, certain books. But, like after reading Darkstalker Legends, it was, like, so disturbing, and I just couldn't sleep that night.
When you say,
and
like, disturbing, do you mean, like, it was sad, or do you mean, like, that you were like, this is freaky? Like, especially what Darkstalker did to Arctic.
It's a mixture of the two. Like, not really what Darkstalker did to Arctic, because I already know that what Darkstalker did to Arctic before I read Darkstalker Legends. It's just the entire story, like Darkstalker and Clearsight, and then you know that Darkstalker, like, especially, like, I know that Darkstalker is going to, like, end up just, like, you know, like, put to sleep at the end. I just have this, like, feeling while reading the book. And then getting to know, like, how he actually, like, how this actually happened, it's just, I just find it really disturbing, but not in a bad way, nor in a good way, really.
Imagine reading it without knowing.
Oh my.
Like, I actually recommend people to read, whenever people ask which to read first, I actually recommend them to read Darkstalker's book first, because I think the surprise makes it, like, 5,000 times more intense.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, I never experienced that before, so I don't know how it feels like, but that should be more thrilling to read.
Thrilling.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another question. Who do you think Toei meant by saying that someone was going to die in the next book? And also, what should the next Legends book be?
Oh, Toei didn't say that. I don't know. I don't know how somebody got that, but I'm pretty sure Toei did not say that. I think what you're thinking is that, to the person who's asking the question, I think that what you might be mistaking what Toei said about how somebody knows more than what they're talking about. I mean, somebody knows more than what they're letting on. she did say that, so maybe you're thinking of that. But yeah, Tui didn't say that anybody would die in the next book.
Okay, well, sorry about that. How about
No,
also...
it's fine. Yeah, it's interesting to see how people get like some different information sometimes.
That's weird. What should the next Legends book be? What do you guys think?
What should the next Legends book be, or what do you think the next Legends book will be?
What would be your favorite character to have a Legends book about them?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Oh, what would be your favorite character to have a Legends book about?
I still really want to see a Legends book about Clearsight and what she did on the Lost Continent.
Ooh.
Like her whole life and how she became known to be a legend, or like a book about her children would be fine too.
That would be cool. What do you think, Ebony?
I really need to think about this. I actually don't know, but I like Clearsight, like what happened to her with on the Pentala. I also really I actually like Whiteout. Oh wait, no, I don't really want Whiteout to have a book.
I think Whiteout could have a really cool book, but the problem is that Tui already confirmed that Whiteout's got a happy ending, so it's the book's not gonna be that interesting.
A happy ending. All right.
Because basically Tui said that in Darkstalker Legends, Whiteout says something only one. She doesn't say it exactly. She says it in code basically, but she says that she said that Whiteout basically says to Darkstalker only one of us will have a happy ending, and obviously Darkstalker did not have a happy ending, so yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that the issue with the Whiteout book is that the issue with the Whiteout book is that we already kind of know that Whiteout got to be with thoughtful and happy.
All right. Sure. Okay.
But I think definitely interesting things.
What I got.
Interesting things could have happened to her though.
Yeah. Pretty interesting. Yeah.
I think a winglet could be really interesting about her.
Okay, how would an Albatross Legends book
there
sound?
should be. I actually.
Go ahead.
An Albatross Legends would be cool.
Would there be enough to write about?
I think he'd be a really good
It
winglet.
would be interesting. Yeah.
But do
you know
think
what exactly happened to the...
Did you guys cut out?
Yeah. I think Ebony cut out. Do you guys think Albatross could have enough to make a full Legends?
I don't really think so, actually, because, we kind of know basically what happened. I guess with Darkstalker, we kind of knew what happened, too, but I think a winglet on Albatross would be really cool, but I'm not really interested in a whole Legends. I mean, I'd be really excited if he got a Legends, but I just don't think 2 cares about him enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. A Legend is probably too much, but yeah, a winglet should work just fine. Considering Tui might write about his origin, why is he the first animus with sea wings?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
What do you guys think on a legend about the Scorching?
That would be awesome, and so originally my first choice would be a Legends about the Scorching, but Tui said that she wants to write a guidebook about the Scorching. So she wants to I don't know how many of you guys are in the Warriors series, but in Warriors there's kind of these guidebooks Code of the Clans, Battles of the Clans, sort of a guide to the world of Warriors. Tui said she wants to write a guide to the world of Wings of Fire. and then have the story of the Scorching in that guide. So, like, I think what she's hoping to do is put, like, lore and, like, stories about all the different kingdoms in the guide to the world of... in that guide to the world of Wings of Fire. And Tui's editor also made some noises. I don't think that, like, gets confirmed or anything, but her editor also said a couple things about maybe making a guide to the world of Wings of Fire. So I think that actually could happen in the next 2 years. Maybe they'll work on it when, maybe they'll work on it when, like, Arc 4 is finished.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, I would really be looking forward to that if/when it comes out. She's mentioned it at several interviews now, so I think there's a good chance of it coming out, just who knows when.
Okay,
Yeah.
what?
Also on Bio, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure if it's okay to ask, but is it alright if you tell like us more about like the interview and just like not like everything, but like any like interesting fact?
Oh, so I'm making that into a video. So like, and I made it. It's like 50 minutes long. So. Like, I'm making that whole thing into a video, and I actually included some of the original recordings of when we asked Tui some of the questions, so hopefully it should be pretty interesting. But I'm trying to make my Q&A video first, and then, like, hopefully the video about the interview should come out in, like, another couple of weeks. But I'm working on it, I swear.
Okay, so what do you guys think?
Can't wait for that video.
What do you guys think? What accents should all the tribes have? Like, if they were from a specific country, what country would they be from?
That's a hard question.
It is.
Yeah, that is a pretty hard question. I know the audiobook reader reads, like, Nightwings with a British accent, but I've always seen the Nightwings as, like, kind of... I don't know, it's hard. Because, like, I feel like the Icewing tribe acts the most like Asian, like, people do, because, like, Winter has, like, a kind of tiger mom. Okay, just clarification, I'm Asian American, so... But, like, the Icewings, like, looks-wise, they look very, like, Swedish. So it's, like, yeah, it's hard to, like, kind of pin them to one region. Or, yeah, Russian. They look like, Russian. And, like, for me, the Nightwings, like, I always kind of imagine the Nightwings as, like, looking Asian, but their culture isn't very Asian, so...
No,
when I say East Asian, I mean East Asian, like Japan and China, Korea. So, yeah. So
you think the Icewings, like, should resembles, like, Asian because, like, their families are, like, strict?
Well, I don't really like. I don't think that their culture seems very like honor driven. Like, but the way they look doesn't seem like the way they look is again very like Russian / like Norwegian or like Swedish. I can't remember the name of those peninsulas, but. I don't know. So that's why it's like it's a hard question because I think Tui picks things from multiple cultures for each tribe. So I don't think each tribe is supposed to do one culture.
Also, I heard that the Skywings have their religion, like they worship. I'm not sure that's true, but just a fun fact.
They have, I know, like burial, like rites. So, like, they have that, like, in Book 6, they talk about how they bury the, Carnelian, or they wrap Carnelian in a sheet and put her close to the sky so she can reincarnate as a Skywing.
Oh, that's cool,
no,
like,
that was
Egyptian.
That was a really cool custom to see in the books.
Yeah, it's just interesting to have, like, different tribes having different characteristics. Like, different cultures. One thing I do find weird, though, is, like, like, for example, the Nightwing tribe from, like, thousands of years ago doesn't seem to have, like, much cultural, like, change, like, to, like, the Nightwings they are now. It just doesn't have a lot of, like, change.
Yeah, it is really weird. Like, the world is definitely very stagnant. Like, there's yeah, the world, like, obviously didn't even change very much between the like, old times and the new times. I guess the Rainwings got different. Like, the Rainwings, I guess, were more warlike in the past. But...
Maybe.
Alright, so on the topic of tribes, what's your favorite tribe to draw, and also what's the hardest slash least favorite tribe to draw?
I hate Hivewings. Hivewings are really annoying, and I hate drawing them. That's, yeah.
What about you, Ebony?
Yeah. For me, I don't find like any tribe that's like hard to draw in my style because my style's pretty simple in the first place. But I do find so I don't really practice some of the tribes, practice around some of the tribes, such as the Rainwings. I don't draw a lot of Rainwings, as well as I don't draw Skywings, Rainwings, or any of the battalion tribes. Like, I don't really practice drawing those tribes, so those should be like, I don't know. I'm just less good at them.
That's fair.
Okay, hold on. I'm just moderating the chat. Okay, what do you guys think of the upcoming Wings of Fire TV show?
I pray that the animation's good. If the animation is as good as Ebony's, that would be successful.
Oh, wow, I'm honored. I mean, animations do take a long time to make, so I understand that if they just lose motivation, but they have to remember that they have a huge fan base that they need to impress. So I'm sure they will at least put effort into it. That's like, so I hope that they make great TV shows. Yeah.
So basically, like, I just don't like a lot of American animation styles. Like, I find them very simplistic, and I don't know, I just don't like them. Like, I'm really hoping it's in, like, the Dragon Prince animation style. That'd be really nice. Or, like, Kipo's animation style would be nice, too. I'm worried. I'm worried. And I'm also a little bit worried because it's being directed by Ava DuVernay, who, like, I think is... I don't know that much about her, but, like, I think she does a lot of, like, social justice movies, which is, like, totally good. But, like, her one fantasy movie was, A Wrinkle in Time, and that one had, like, a 26% rating or something on Rotten Tomatoes. And, like, so she didn't do a very good job, basically, on her one fantasy movie, so it's a little worrisome if she's directing like this, which is also fantasy. But Tui's gonna be an executive producer, so hopefully Tui will make sure that things are still good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Bio, you watched Dragon Prince?
Yeah, I really like Dragon Prince, yeah.
Yeah, I really wish I can like watch Dragon Prince, but apparently it's on Netflix, and I don't have that Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I just hope that a new Dragon, like the Wings of Fire show, is not on Netflix. Or maybe it will be.
I'm sure it will be. Netflix is like the biggest streamer.
Yeah, Netflix.
Alright then. Alright then.
But we'll see. I mean, yeah. Worst comes to worst, we'll figure out how to get you to watch it somehow.
Okay, back on the topic of, like, the third arc, do you think the Other Mind is justified to be mad at the dragons for what they did, or is it in the wrong here?
I think that's difficult to say. I mean, technically, I guess the Other Mind, like, ruled the planet beforehand, but the Other Mind also attacks the dragons. I don't think basically the Other Mind isn't interested in living on the continent in peace, so, yeah, that's, like, obviously not good. So, we'll see. It's also, like, possible the Other Minds being, like, was, like, made by, like, humans or something like that, so...
Ooh.
Humans. It could be possible. I mean, like, before the dragons took over the continent, the humans were scavengers. Like, once, like, you know, the dominant species. So, maybe other mammals, maybe.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I feel like we just don't know that much about the situation yet, honestly.
Yeah, it's a very weird, like, villain. It's like, it's not necessarily a person, it's more like just a mind. It's like, it doesn't have a physical form, you know? It's
yeah,
like,
it's just be just like there.
it's just occupying a plant currently or something like that.
Yeah, just take control. It's like an entity, but not like an actual, like in like a physical form.
But then how would you get rid of it, you know? Like,
Yeah, I guess like there's another really cool theory. I'm not sure. I couldn't remember, but like remember the plant that Cricket is growing, like in book 1 or something. Like she said that she grew like a pretty she claimed to be useless, like the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then
some people think it's like the cure.
There are things. Yeah, it could be the cure.
I think that so I guess that like I probably should make like a whole theory video about this, but like I think that while that's a really interesting theory, it doesn't really take into account that the prophecy says that you have to go into the earth or something, like look deep into the earth. I can't remember exactly what it says. Let me bring it up.
Oh, but also, did you guys realize that there's like a hole in the middle of Pantala? Like there's a hole there.
Oh yeah, okay. So like, in the prophecy, it says like, there's a secret buried far below, may save those brave enough to look. So
maybe it's in the hole.
Yeah, and then like in the very beginning of like the Lost Continent release party, Tui said that like she was really inspired by this really big cave underneath the Kalahari Desert called the Dragon's Breath Cave, and she wanted to incorporate it into Wings of Fire somehow. So like, yeah, so I think that while the tree is a really cool idea, it doesn't take into account that part of the prophecy, which is like the secret buried far below. So like, my theories have been completely wrong before, so I definitely wouldn't take this as like it's definitely gonna happen, and like we have to wait for book 14 obviously to see if it will happen. But we know that Tui wrote Dragon Slayer which is about scavengers, because she had to prepare for books 14 and 15, and she said previously that like she had to write Darkstalker Legends because she had to prepare for books 9 and 10. So kind of like similarly, she had to write Dragon Slayer because she was going to prepare for books 14 and 15. So that means that scavengers somehow have to do with the plot of the main plot. I have no idea how yet, but that's why I said like maybe the Breath of Evil is like has to do with scavengers, because like maybe like because there's scavengers that are living in that hole, like because remember Blue and Cricket went into the hole and they found scavengers there. So like I'm thinking maybe the scavengers either like created the Breath of Evil, or they have the cure for the Breath of Evil, or something like that. And that's why I think the like protagonist of book 15 might be Sky. So spoilers for the first few chapters of Dragon Slayer, but since Sky can actually talk to scavengers and communicate with them, it's possible that he'll be able to like go to Pantala and communicate with the scavengers there and figure out what's going on. But I could be completely wrong though. Yeah, I've had theories. I had like a theory for book 10 and it was completely wrong before, so this could be also completely wrong.
That's an interesting theory. Do you guys think that there are going to be more dragons and constants aside from the 2 that we already know of, or no?
I have no idea. It depends on if Tui wants to keep writing.
That's really true.
It's really hard to tell that.
Tui's like the one who like keeps all the secret because
Yeah.
She's the writer of the book and she has the power. And if the book like now that like the book is like out there and then everyone's like looking forward to it, it's just like Tui's the only one who has like holds all the secrets. It's just fascinating. I don't know why. I just find it like interesting.
But the even more interesting thing is she doesn't even know what's gonna happen because like she doesn't really plan out her books ahead of time. So, yeah.
Yeah, she does not like maybe she does not know what's going to happen, and she just like gets inspired by things around her, and
like she said, she didn't know who the protagonist of the book 14 was going to be until like recently, basically, until she like a few weeks before she announced it.
I wonder who inspired her to do that.
Yeah.
Some grumpy person.
What do you guys think about Sky being able to talk to scavengers? Do you think that's going to have an effect on the arcs, or like, and if you do, what is that effect going to be?
Well, I just talked about it.
It'd be really cool to see that. I'm really excited for that. I want him to meet like Cricket and Moon because they would be so fascinated.
I want him to meet all the main characters and Peril. When is he gonna meet Peril? That's gotta happen. His like long lost twin. Happen.
Yes. And it's crazy because in the graphic novels, you can actually see the Dragonette getting his neck snapped, and you can hear the crack, but he didn't die somehow. So what happened to that?
I guess that he's supposed to be drowned in the river, because in the books it says that Kestrel drowned him in the river, but she like pretended to drown him, I guess.
But in the graphic novel, it says snapped his neck, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
Guess they didn't plan that thing out.
Yeah,
wow.
It could be just that they didn't plan it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, more.
So, any other questions?
Let's see. Sorry, people aren't posting questions in the chat anymore. People are just discussing stuff. Let me scroll up a lot. Okay, let's see. Ooh. So Dragoness says, honestly, a Legends on the past of Rainwings could be interesting. What do you think about like the history of Rainwings as a legend?
I think that could be interesting, but I would love to see more stuff on the origin of tribes and like how tribes evolved and stuff, but I'm not really hopeful because like I think 2 is just too busy to do that. But it is a cool idea.
Yeah. I mean, writing books is like a really time costing thing, and as readers, I guess we have to understand that it's taking a lot of time too. We can't just do anything else.
Plus, like, she has her whole life as a parent and stuff too, you know, like taking care of her kids.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but how, like...
What'd you say?
Oh, never mind.
You just cut out a little bit.
Oh, it's fine, never mind.
Okay.
So do you want to talk about anything else if there are not any questions? Or are there?
People want drawing tips. Do you have any like tips for like drawing claws and stuff like that?
I guess I talked a little bit about it in my full body thingy. Like, the problem is that there's so many different like ways that you can draw claws and like locations. Like, what I mean by that is, like, there's a lot of different positions you can draw a hand, right? Like Ebony in her animations has shown there's, like, many different hand positions, and, like, it's hard, like, to say, like, whether you just need to learn how to draw, like, talons, like, on the ground or, like, in different positions and stuff like that.
Yeah. Because, like, it also depends on your style, right? Because different people have different styles, and it's depends on your style, and also depends on sometimes if you're doing animation and like there could be like animation like inconsistency where you just like your like the hand, like the talon shape just like changes, and it's just like different. Okay, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Sorry.
No, I definitely agree with what you're saying. Like, I think you have a lot of really good points. Is that, like, yeah, you have to be careful about consistency.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about drawing, but I would say if you're gonna choose a style, just go with it, as long as you like it.
I think, so I guess I'll, like, post a little bit about it. So, like, one really easy way to make talons is, like, you basically, like, you draw the arm, and then you draw, like, kind of this sort of trapezoid shape for the hands, which I'll demonstrate on the screen so you guys can see. And then all you have to do is you just draw, like, sort of like a triangle for the fingers, and then, like, all you have to do is just sort of, like, draw the claws in, and that makes, like, a really easy way to draw talons if you want. Okay, that was, like, a bad example because I didn't have it angled correctly, but, like, if you have, like, an arm, I'm just drawing, like, the shoulder of the arm. And then, okay, I'm getting to the talons again. So again, I draw, like, this, like, trapezoid, where, like, one side of the trapezoid's longer. Then I draw the triangle, and then I just, like, make it into claws. So then, like, if you're gonna turn it into, like, like, when you go over your sketch layer, you can just sort of, like, go over the edges of your sketch, and then, like, turn it into claws. And that way you have these, like, really simple shapes that you can, like, follow for talons. Of course, like, this only makes really basic talons, so if you actually want to learn how to draw talons like hands, then you need to, like, look at actual like, that's the problem, is you have to use references, and, like, I don't know, when I was younger, I hated using references, and, like, I thought it was cheating, but it's really not, and, like, if you're gonna get good at art, you have to use references, so, yeah. So, like, if you're gonna draw, like, a hand in, like, a fun position, like, I don't know, I'm looking at my own hand right now as, like, a reference. So, like, if I'm gonna draw my hand in, like, this, like, cool position, then, like, you need to look at an actual hand, basically. And then you just kind of turn into talons by making, like, putting, like, these long claws on it. And, like, making it look more scaly, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, what I just drew is, like, because I was looking at my own hand. Or if you can't look at your own hand, then, like, look at, like, a picture of a hand. But that's a lot harder than just doing the shapes thing that I said before.
Yeah. It'll look better.
It looks great. It looks like an actual hand, but it looks good.
Well, yeah, because I'm looking at my actual hand. But, like, I mean, I think it's like, do you want to draw talons, like, just stepping on the ground? Or do you want to draw talons, like, as looking like an actual hand? Like, again, yeah, as what you said, like, it depends on your style.
Yeah.
If you guys were a queen, which tribe would you rule, and what would you do first?
That's hard.
Should I go first, or?
Sure, yeah.
So, I mean, it's hard for me as well. It's like a queen, it's a lot of responsibility, but if I had to put responsibility aside and just, like, judging on, like, which tribe is, like, more interesting to rule and all that, I would like to really like to find out more about the Mudwings. I would want to go, like, I just, like, so I would like to, yeah. And
I know, the poor Mudwings. You know, Mudwings can conquer all of Pyria, because if you think about it, Mudwings have up to 9 dragons per hatching, which means that, and, like, they have, like, at least 4 dragons per hatching. They have 4 to 9 dragons per clutch. So, like, they have probably more dragons in the Mud Kingdom than any other kingdom, so they have power in numbers. Like, I don't know why the Mudwings haven't conquered the world yet.
They're nice.
But yeah, I'm boring. I probably would want the Nightwings, just because they're the most interesting. Like, because they've had the most lore already written about them. So, but I think that if if 2 were gonna write more lore, then maybe the
Oh,
other
wait.
tribes would be more interesting.
Okay, somebody had a really
Actually-
interesting question.
Yeah.
Do you guys think there are more planets with more continents in the Pariah universe?
That would be really cool, but I have a feeling that's probably not the case, unfortunately. It seems too it's probably
Considering how many books.
it's probably like too sci-fi of a concept for the series, because the series is very like animation. The series is too like fantasy focused, whereas like multiple planets is like a sci-fi concept.
Yeah, it'd be very hard to like write that many books too, because you need a lot of books to do that.
Mhm.
If you want to read a series about if you want to read a series with dragons and multiple planets and like sci-fi stuff, you should read Dragon Riders of Pern. But do not read that series unless you're at least 16, because I don't think it's for kids. But you can read there's like Dragon Singer or something, and I think that one is in the same universe and it's for kids.
I've heard of that, but I haven't ever read it.
It's a very old book. Like I think they were written in the 70s, but there's still a lot of people who are fans of them.
It is old.
Yeah. I just
Okay,
have a question for you guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like for everyone in chat as well. So if you want to like engage, you can feel free to type your answers in the chat. But like, what type of book are you like interested? Like what type?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, what about you? What kind of books are you interested in to start with?
Me?
Yeah.
I like historical fictions, and I also like reading dystopian like themed, like with like dystopian elements, like books with like that. And I'm not really into fantasy because I don't know why, but I'm not really into those. And I am more like into like theories and just like philosophy. Okay, that just sounds deep.
No, I think it's...
But somehow yeah, that's like what I'm interested in.
Have you
Type of
read
guy.
Temeraire?
Never heard of that.
If you like historical fiction, you will like Temeraire. So it's like a series I really like, and it's about the Napoleonic Wars, but instead of it's basically like Napoleonic Wars if dragons existed and dragons were part of the army.
Ooh.
So like instead of like airships or anything, or like just ships and just like land units, they also have like an aerial force, which is on dragons. And like it's super good. Like
That's pretty cool.
and the dragons are like the dragons can talk and stuff, so they're like sentient creatures. And like there's not as much philosophy in it, but there is some philosophy in it. Like considering like whether the dragons should be citizens and like how many rights they should have and things like that. So like yeah, if you like historical fiction and you like dragons, there's a book for you.
Yay! All right,
Great
I'll
advertising.
consider it.
And I can probably give you the audiobook if you read audiobooks.
Really? That would be great.
If
Thanks.
you don't read audiobooks, then I'm not sure. I can try to find the word script, but I don't know if I can find it.
Audiobooks.
I don't usually read
don't-
audiobooks. I listen to them.
Oh yeah, well I mean I consider listening to audiobooks being reading audiobooks. Because like for me, like I don't have enough time to read normally anymore. Like I used to have my head in a book all the time, but I just don't have time to read, and especially I already have to read a lot for like being at school.
Me neither.
So I only listen to audiobooks now, basically. And it's very helpful because I can listen to audiobooks while drawing.
Yeah, that's basically me because I don't have much time reading books considering like all of the animations and stuff I have to do and school and stuff. So I listen to audiobooks on YouTube. One of my favorite is called Of Mice and Men by
Oh wow, that's a classic. That's surprising that you...
Yeah, it's...
I'm surprised that you would consider that one of your favorite books, because usually that's the kind of book that you have to read in English class. Like, it's considered like a classical novel.
Ooh, that is what... I tend to like... Okay, the weird thing is I tend to like stuff we read from an English class.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
like...
forgot that you really liked The Giver. That's also like an English class book.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just weird. But, I would consider, like, listening to the audiobooks of those, but I usually just, like, play on YouTube because I don't have any other, like, audiobook apps. So, I just use YouTube for everything. For listening to music, for... Yeah.
So what... Oh, I guess I don't know if this exists in your area. So I use this app called Libby, which is basically like you go to your library and you sign up at your library with a library card, and then it gives you access to this online website called Libby that like lets you basically borrow audiobooks online. So then you can basically get tons of audiobooks for free through your library, and like I actually started like collecting library cards from different libraries so I could have access to a lot of different library databases just so I could get more audiobooks.
Oh.
Oh wow.
That's great.
But I don't know if
That's
it
a really smart
exists in
thing.
Europe, that's the thing.
I'm not sure we have it in Portugal.
I use Overdrive. It's
Overdrive and
another
Libby are
app.
very similar. They're like, I
Yeah.
think they actually work through the same system. So I
It's
think
probably the
Overdrive
same
is
API.
basically like Libby. Another really good
think it's
one is
very
called Hoopla.
I've heard of that.
But Hoopla is basically like your library can subscribe to it or not subscribe to it, and then like it just gets like lots of different books that like you can stream basically. It's kind of like Netflix for books. And yeah, the Wings of Fire books are on Hoopla actually, so that's how I read most of them, is through that.
What do you guys think is the most overpowered tribe?
The Nightwings, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's... Oh, the Rainwings are really overpowered, too. But I guess they're lazy, so that's why they're not that overpowered.
Rainwings are like portrayed as being like the worst tribe, but then they turn out to be one of the best.
Yeah, which I think is awesome. Like, I think that's a nice subversion, but... I think Nightwings are overpowered if you include all their, like, moon powers and their animus powers. But... Rainwings are like they're the tribe that has the most normal dragons that are powerful, because every Rainwing can turn camouflage and venom spit. Like, that's super strong.
Yeah. Are there any more questions in the chat?
If
Okay,
you
go
could
ahead.
meet one dragon from Wings of Fire, who would you like to meet and like talk with them?
I think Clearsight would be, like, interesting, but the problem is I think she'd probably be annoyed if you asked her to tell your future.
That's true.
Like, it'd be really nice if I could be like, Clearsight, can you tell me the right decisions to make, please? But
That'd be
she
scary.
might be like, dude, go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she sounds like kind of nice dragon, so she might tell you, but not sure, because she's not really happy with her own powers.
Are we like a scavenger when we're talking to them, or are we like another dragon, just like another random dragon? Because like
That's
if
a good
we're a
point.
scavenger, like if I was a scavenger who could talk dragon, like I think Clearsight would be way more interested in talking to me. But if I'm just like another dragon just walking down the street, then like I think she's gonna be like, go away, ho. Like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, that would be pretty. That's true. I like to talk with Sunny.
Sunny would be nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, she would just
Sunny's
be nice to
nice.
talk to.
Someone just
Yeah,
asked.
just
I think you answered this right when we started, but someone just asked what you're drawing. So.
Oh yeah, I talked about it when we started, but for me, I'm drawing my map art for Kara, which is Ebony's map about Prince Arctic, and then Ebony,
Yay,
I think, is
it's for my
drawing.
map part.
Yeah, is also working on a map art.
It's good for you. So you know that map who's like been dead for 3 years? Yes, that's the map you've been talking about, you've been thinking about. Yes, it's actually, I actually revived it thanks to, just kidding.
Is like Windpaw actually gonna post it? Like, what's going on with that? Did you actually talk to like Windpaw about it? Is Windpaw like giving it to you? Like, what's up with that?
Oh, so basically 2 months ago, I thought about, so I was like, hey, you know this map? So I actually been like, so I actually know this map for like 2 years now.
Yeah, it's been around for a long time. I did a part for it like years ago.
Yeah, that's your part's pretty. So so 2 months ago, because like before that, I was like too afraid to ask because my animations wasn't as good like then. And now, like 2 months ago, I just thought it would be really, it's just be really like, I just don't really want the map parts to go to waste. So I thought that would be good and nice if I can just, you know, help with completing the map. And then it turns out that when Paul doesn't want to do her part anymore, and then she said that she can give it to me, and I took her part.
Oh, okay. So is Windpaw still going to be uploading it, or are you gonna upload it now?
Yeah, she's still going to be uploading it.
Okay.
As soon as, like, I don't know, but, like, I think I'm, like, almost halfway done with it.
Hopefully Windpaw still has the, like, motivation to actually, like, make the map, though. Because, like, actually making it is a bit of work. Like, it's not as easy as just slapping the things together.
I think she's already, like, done with, like, editing most of it.
Oh, okay. That's good, yeah. Because, like, that's the reason, like, I had, like, a lot of lost motivation for my map, is because, like, I feel really bad because, like, a lot of people put effort into it, and I'm definitely... My goal is to finish it by the end of winter. Or, sorry, by the end of summer. But, like, since it, like, I put it all together and then I, like, crashed and lost, like, the copy of, like, everything being put together. And it's, like, a lot of motivation lost for, like, all the work it takes to put it together and do the credits and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me, however, I do find editing maps together really... Sorry for the background noise, but I do find the editing map parts together really fun. Yeah, I guess it's just I have motivation to like edit them together because I just want to see like how cool it is to like when a map is put together.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I actually lost motivation for like To the Bone map like halfway. But then, and then I just thought that it would just not be worth it to let all like the parts, because everyone worked hard on their parts, and I thought it would not be worth it, like their part just go to waste.
I agree, yeah.
So I reposted it on this channel, and it's also the reason why, like, because like when I posted the map on this channel, I only had like 200 subscribers, and so like by posting this map, it's also like a huge contributor to like me reaching my like, you know, I don't know what's.
Okay, so I have more. What is the favorite thing you've ever drawn? Like, what's your favorite drawing that you've done?
That's really difficult because, like, my favorite drawing is changing a lot because I'm getting better and improving. So theoretically, my favorite drawing is something I haven't drawn yet.
So far, what's your favorite drawing so far?
But I still really like the Fathom and Turtle thing that I did a while ago. Like, now there's like a lot of problems with it. I can see a lot of issues, but it's still really, like, I like that, how much vision I had. Unfortunately, like, I think I'll work on a lot of small things nowadays that don't have as much vision as, like, big pieces.
I do like the Turtle and Fathom one. Like, I like, especially like the water ripple.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to draw. So it's impressive.
Thank you.
It is very nice.
Welcome.
What about you, Ebony?
Me? I don't really have any impressive artwork, but I do have some animations I'm proud of. Because I don't tend to make my drawings complicated, and I just spend most... like, the thing about me is I only have motivations when it comes to animation. Because I just tend to do, like, focus on the stuff that takes, that takes a lot, like... Not that art, like, drawings don't take a lot of time, it's just animations are, like, time costing.
Oh, animations take way more time than an illustration does. Like, I can finish an illustration in, like, 14 hours to, like, 15 hours. And that's, like, I consider that a long time. Like, if I spent that long, I'm like, oh, I took so long on this.
Yeah. Yeah, so... so the animation that I am proud of, relatively proud of, is the killer in the mirror, or
oh, I love
dinosaur
that one.
face.
That's the, like,
basically, yeah.
Killer in the Mirror is, like, the animation that made me, like, interested in your channel and start looking at your channel and sub to you.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I loved
cool.
Killer in the Mirror. It was so good to me. I think it was also because, like, since it's a canon character, I, like, connected with it a lot more.
Yeah. Canon characters are just great, because you know what's, like, happened to them. Like, everybody knows what's going on with them. Yeah.
And, like, I thought that you did the expressions really well. Like, first of all, like, you did the choreography really well on it. Like, the scene where, like, Deathbringer is, like, above Winter and he, like, throws the knives down. Like, I know a lot of people commented on that already, but it's, like, really well done. Like, the choreography is really well done. And then, like, also, like, I think that you captured emotions very well. Like, at the very end, when, like, Deathbringer, like, leaves and then Glory says, like, oh, do you want to talk? Like, I think, like, you captured her expression, like, perfectly. So, like, I was just really, really well done. I'm sorry. This is so
I don't know why, but her expression... I know her... I don't know what to say about that, but her expression are... I don't know, a bit freaky. Like, a bit creepy for some reason. But we don't... Okay, let's not talk about that.
Okay, what's the map that you're most looking forward to the release of?
I mean, I'm looking forward to Blackout by Magic Pencil just because I finished my part for that. But once I finish this part, I'll also be looking... Basically, any map where I finished my part for it, but it hasn't come out yet, basically, I'm looking forward to the release of. I don't really follow maps like other people do. Like, I don't really... This is gonna sound really bad, but I just don't actually care that much unless I participated in it, basically. Like, I just wait. I don't care about when it's gonna release, and, like, when it does release, it just shows up on my YouTube page, and I'm like, oh, hey, it released. That's nice. That sounds bad,
For me?
but...
No, it doesn't. Well, maybe. But, like, it sounds normal to me. Perfectly normal.
What about you?
So... Okay. So for me, okay, so 2 years ago, I've been looking forward to this map, Good For You, and 2 years later, I'm still looking forward to the map Good For You. But even better, I got a part in it. So,
But will Winpa ever release it? That's the question.
I'm pretty sure they will. Just, I think they made an announcement about it. Just a matter of time, really.
Okay, because,
I
like,
think they will.
I'm pretty sure Winpa, like, is kind of moving on to other projects and fandoms now. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I'm sure, like, if, like, I think the main problem that, like, got in the way of, like, sorry.
Oh yeah, I think they go by they, them, yeah.
So, the main thing that stood in the way is that, like, they just don't have the motivation of doing the map part anymore. And if, like, all the map parts got completed, then I think they will just get it out.
I hope they do, yeah, because that's a really good, it was a really good idea. And it was one of the first maps that was made. Also.
Yeah, it's pretty old.
Yes.
3 years ago. 3 years, like a long time.
Again, I can't really talk because All Be Good has also taken like almost 3 years, but
Really?
yeah, I'm a bad girl.
I think
Loss of motivation is very powerful in a negative way.
Yes.
Yeah, motivation is definitely.
Yes. Very much.
I think every single one of us here like can say that motivation is definitely really important when
Pain.
it comes to like anything really.
Mhm.
Yes. That's like the main reason my videos take so long.
Oops.
Anyways,
Because
okay,
don't
how
have a
long have
work
you been
ethic.
how long have you guys been animating or drawing dragons?
A long time, but
Like
like
also, how did you decide you wanted to like draw them? Like when you got into Wings of Fire, how were you like, I want to like draw this instead of just I want to read this? How did that happen?
for me, it was definitely like I mentioned this before, but it was definitely like reading Darkstalker Legends. Like, you know, the first arc of Wings of Fire, like I read it and I was like, oh, that was a good story, but you know, I'm gonna go on to the rest of my life basically. Like I don't care that much. But like Darkstalker Legends like pulled me in, and then I like started talking to fans, and then I was like, I want to draw it. And like the interesting thing actually with Wings of Fire is that I like didn't draw. Like I only drew like 1 or 2 drawings a year for like the 5 years before Wings of Fire, because like just I didn't care that much about drawing anymore. Like I was more interested in other things, and then like Wings of Fire like made me actually want to draw again, and then I started drawing like every week and then like every day versus like once or twice a year.
Blue.
What about you, Ebony?
So for me, it's I started off just a friend recommended to me, and then I found Hasio's video on YouTube, and then I find it interesting, so I decided to like start doing dragon like animations and art and animations on my own. And then,
Was that the first time you tried animations at that point?
No, I tried animations like so. I started off with like animating. Actually, one of my first videos called Maro Sears Halloween. That's a cringy video. But then I started animation about 3 months later. So I can tell that you can say that I've been animating for like a year now, like over a year probably.
I was gonna say, if you've only been animating for a year, that's incredible.
It's just basically me trying to torture myself all the time, just like waking up in the middle of the night, be like, I need to finish this. I need to finish that. Just like get it like mixed with like a bunch of anxieties and all that. That's how I managed to get motivation and just like get my animation like skills like level up and all that.
Yeah, it does feel really nice to improve in like art skill, because it like does feel like leveling up in a game.
Yes. Now you're speaking my language.
But the thing is like, actually, I think a lot of people quit artwork very quickly, or they quit artwork after like a few years because they feel like they can't see themselves getting more skillful, or they can't like feel themselves getting more skillful. So I think that the ability to like feel that your artwork or your animation's leveling up like in a game is like it's a very good ability that I don't think a lot of people have.
Oh, that's interesting. Did not really thought about that before.
I didn't actually know that too, because I actually explained the reason why I liked drawing to one of my other friends, and he said like it's very rare that people in like artwork feel that way, and that's why a lot of people quit, is because like they don't feel that like leveling up feeling. Because like the reason why video games are like kind of addictive is because you have these numbers, and like you can see your experience bar like getting higher and higher, and then when it reaches the end and you level up, you get this little like dopamine rush. Like the game is like made that way, so you get a little dopamine rush whenever you succeed at something, and then that makes you want to play the game more. But like with artwork, like you don't have those like distinct numbers or distinct levels, so a lot of people quit more easily.
Yeah, I think you're right, because I think you're right, because you don't get like an encouragement. Like, I'm not sure, like, in the you did this, congratulations. And then like in art you don't. It can feel really like discouraging sometimes.
I think it's common in a lot of things. It's not even just art, but in general, you gotta like take a step back and actually look at what you've accomplished to, you know, really understand it.
Yeah, I guess the thing is people just have to be more reflective and just like look at their old art and then just find motivation, find the encouragement for themselves instead of like having someone to like give you the encouragement. Yeah, just like look at your old stuff that you made and then look at like your recent stuff, and you will be surprised at how much like the difference between like the old stuff and the recent stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like looking at your old videos is always like, oh, did I actually make that? You know, that's so bad. But then you realize that means I've gotten better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully I deleted, okay, not deleted, but like, I don't have my old art anymore, but sometimes I look at the old art I have on this channel, and I would be like, did I actually do that like 1 year ago? Dang, that was pretty bad.
I think that like it's good to keep your old art. Like maybe you don't want to keep it uploaded, but it's nice to keep it just to like look back at, to see your improvement. Like I really went to do a video where I like show my artwork from when I was in like middle school and high school, and then like slowly show how it like got better. And like it's really actually frustrating because I can't find a lot of it because I deleted it or it's on old computers or something, so now I have to go and like search for it. Like I left, for example, all my old sketchbooks at my parents' house, and like now I have to go find it, and it's annoying.
Alright. Any other questions? Yeah, that's true.
I have a topic for you guys.
Sure.
Injuries as a kid.
A topic.
Injuries. Oh yeah, we talked about this.
Yes.
So this is like pretty different, I think, than we were just talking about, but yeah, so injuries as a kid, I didn't have very many injuries. I actually have never broken my bone or anything like that.
Lucky.
But the biggest injury that I had as a kid is when I, like, so I guess potential warning for people who don't like hearing about injuries, but I like cut my toe open to the bone, and it was because I was like a dumb kid, and I read in a book that if you break the dishes when your parents tell you to do the dishes and like clean the dishes, if you break the dishes, your parents will not ask you to do the dishes again. So I was like, my mom told me to do the dishes, and I was like 9 or something, or 10. I like went to the sink, and I just like kind of like lazily moved the dishes around, and I like dropped one, but I was dumb, and I didn't like take my foot out from underneath where the dish is dropping, so it dropped like on my toe and like split my toe open real bad. And I was like, honestly, like I didn't even feel the pain. Like I was just so shocked from the amount of like blood and stuff that I just didn't like really do anything. I actually walked around the kitchen to make it more bloody because I was like, there you go, Mom, that's what happens when you tell me to do the dishes. And then I kind of just sat there until my dad came home like an hour later, and my mom was just, it's really weird. I don't know why she didn't take me to the emergency room immediately, but like, yeah, I basically just sat there till my dad came home. And then I had to go to the emergency room and I got stitches, and that's probably the worst injury I got as a kid. But yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh?
Oh,
Oh, Ebony's.
Ebony, you dropped out of the chat briefly. I think you have to start, Wait, are you still there? Uh-oh, she's gone.
I'm still here.
Okay,
Technical difficulties.
you need to start streaming again on Discord. Because the stream dropped out for you.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Oh,
I remember you said
sorry.
your laptop's kind of bad, so...
Yeah, it's Wi-Fi in my laptop.
Yay, there it is.
So remember, Arrow or someone asked to look at my animation, so here it is.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Anyways, what are you guys talking about? Sorry.
Oh, we were talking about injuries. But...
Oh, injuries.
As a
I can spend
child.
hours talking about that.
As a youngling.
As a young person, I sure do have a lot of injuries.
Tell us about them. Tell us the story.
Like... Okay, I shall. So basically, I have like so many scars on my legs that I don't even know which one to start. I do have. So once I was in my grandma's house, right, and then I used to be really active, and I was just like spending all my time just running around with my cousin, and then like once it like rained, and then the ground was really slippery, and I slipped, and I got this like, yeah, basically hurt my knee. It was pretty bad.
I'm surprised that your parents didn't stop you from doing these things.
Yeah.
Well, my parents were upstairs.
My parents would have gotten really mad at me if I had like... I mean, like, yeah, I scraped my knee and stuff too when I was a kid, and I got injuries too, but like, if I got seriously injured, my parents would be pretty angry, I think. Like, if I'd been running around and stuff.
Wouldn't they be like happy that you're not like more injured?
They'd be happy I wasn't more injured, but they'd be like, don't you do this again or I'm gonna kill you myself!
That's terrifying. My parents get really mad, but considering the amount of injuries I had when I was little, I'm glad that they did not act like that. Not that your parents are like, no offense, but like...
No, that's totally fine.
Alright. Should I
offended.
share another one?
Sure, yeah, go for it.
So I was like once, I was in elementary school then, and then I was with one of my friends who's also very insane, like me then, not now. And then we decided to like, when I was in elementary school, we have like night school. So it's basically like a thing in my country where it's like you had to go to school like after 8, not after 8, like from 7 to 9 for 2 hours p.m. And then before that, we have like 2 hours of like taking shower time because it was like a boarding school, so we had time to take showers and all that. And then me and my friend decided to mess around, right? And then we decided to go to like this greenhouse bit in my school, and there was like a big slope, like a really steep slope between the main school area and the greenhouse. And then we decided to climb the slope, and then I fell, and then I got like, I kind of hurt my knee. Again, yes, it's always my knee.
Why do you hate your knees so
my
much?
poor knee.
You just killed
Hurt my
them.
knees.
So mean.
What about you, Storm? Any interesting experience?
I have 3, so
Only 3?
Should I tell you the worst one or like all of them?
Tell us the worst
whatever
one.
you feel.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't decide whether it should be the time I broke my pinky or the time I got 2 stitches right next to my eye.
Do the pinky one, because I think we've heard the 2 stitches in the when we were talking about ourselves.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this wasn't that long ago. This was like maybe 3, 4 years ago. I was playing a game of basketball at school, and it was a game of knockout. I'm not sure if you guys have ever played that, but basically it's just a basketball game, and you have to each person playing takes a turn to shoot, and it's
Oh
just,
yeah, and then if like, I feel like I have vaguely played this.
if you make the shot and then the other person doesn't make the shot, they're out. It's
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
And we were all in a line, and I shot something, and then I went to get my ball because I missed,
Uh-huh.
and another person's ball landed on top of my fingers right as I was
dang.
grabbing mine, and I got 3 compression fractures in my
Oh
pinky.
my god.
It
That's
was
crazy.
painful.
That does not sound really good. That
It's
sounds
just like a
painful.
basketball, but I had like 3 long fractures in my pinky, my right pinky. It's like, what?
That's bad.
They weigh like 5 pounds. Like,
That's pretty bad considering that basketballs are normally like not like normally you're not really supposed to be hurt by just a basketball.
yeah. I think it was just really bad timing. Because it kind of fractured itself. It kind of like compressed it on itself. So.
Oh wait, I think I haven't. Okay, I'm not sure if you.
What?
I just had this memory suddenly flashed over my mind, and I just remembered it. It's like happened like 3 years ago. Like it was a pretty recent one. So it has something to do with like fingers as well. It's my thumb. So it was like after school, and then my mom, she drove me back home to the garage. So it was like I was in the garage, and then so I wasn't really careful with my where my hand is, and then basically got stuck. So I like slammed the car door like really violently and got stuck between
Oh no.
That's bad. Oh, that's so painful.
It was really painful. Like I couldn't even like speak, like
Oh,
know.
my.
And I was just like, I wasn't screaming. I was just like absolutely just shocked.
Yeah,
And
I think that
then,
when you get hurt, you
and
start
my
to get
mom didn't
shocked.
realize.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
feel
it's like-
pain at first.
And then I think I broke a bone in my thumb, but it's okay now.
Oh my god.
That's crazy.
It's like making me wince. Like, ugh.
Because that's
Man.
something that can happen to you at any time.
I know. Probably not as much now though, because you're not using cars as much.
Using scooters.
No, but I mean, because it's quarantine, we're all staying
Mhm.
inside.
Okay.
You know, you're
Do you have
so
any more?
lucky that your whole traveling the world thing didn't happen like this year instead.
Oh god.
Because
Yeah,
it
we
would all had
actually
to be canceled because of the quarantine.
know someone else who had to cancel theirs because of it. So that was
Dang.
like, ugh.
That really sucks.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other injuries? Or...
Sorry, Storm, for taking your job, but I think someone asked, do you use a graphics pad or a drawing pad
Oh yeah, I saw that.
for bio?
Oh, me? I'm using my iPad right now. So normally, I guess that I have a Wacom Intuos, which like does not have a screen, so I have to look at my computer screen while I'm drawing, and then like I use that when I'm playing on Paint Tool Sci or Clip Studio. But right now I'm actually painting on my iPad, which does have a screen on it, and that's because like doing line art I think is a lot
It's an
easier
iPad.
when I can see where I'm drawing. Whereas like doing coloring, I find actually the tools on Procreate are not as good for coloring as Clip Studio Paint, so I prefer to color on the computer. But I think like for the person who asked about animation apps on the iPad, for animation apps on the iPad, if you want to do tweening, I think that Cute Cut Pro or something like that people said was good. Procreate has animation functions, and then I think Ebony recommended Flip a Clip for animation. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's animation thing, but you need to pay for it to get rid of the watermark.
Yeah. Most people won't let you enter a map with a watermark, which is like the watermark's really bad, so yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know for sure I will never let anybody enter my maps with a flip-a-clip watermark.
It kind of ruins
Or any watermark, yeah.
I don't like how those apps use watermarks. They should just have some ads somewhere.
Yeah, I prefer that for sure.
Like, if I ever make any apps like that, which is not likely, I'm just gonna put ads. I don't know why people put watermarks.
Well, watermarks is not always bad.
Yeah, that's true.
Has
But
its
like,
purpose.
I mean, I think watermarks are good for, like, your artwork, but, like, watermarks on, like, other random people's artwork that they're, like, trying to upload and, like, put out is really annoying. I mean, basically what they're doing it because they want to force you to buy the app, which, I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, Flip-a-Clip was, like, what, $7? Like, I feel like if you're really interested in animation and you, like, you know, you really want to animate stuff, like, I feel like your parents should pay $7 to buy you Flip-a-Clip, or, like, Procreate is, like, $10. Like, your parents
just
should
tell them-
really... Like, if your parents aren't buying it for you, then you should say, like, I'll do chores. Like, you should do chores for them for the money, because, like, it's worth it.
and you could also just say, this is a lot cheaper than buying a bunch of different pencils and stuff, and it's digital.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I know that stuff's expensive.
That's actually a good point you're making there, Storm.
Yeah, that's
It's
a very
actually
good
a good
point.
point.
You should be like, yeah, digital art, you just buy it this one time, and supposed to buying me pencils and stuff.
Yes.
I think
want apps
another
for any pencils.
important thing is just, like, not to ask for stuff from your parents too much, so that when you do ask, they're more likely to say yes.
Yes.
Oh, that I definitely do not ask for stuff from my parents. Nope. Absolutely no.
I don't.
Are you scared to ask, or do you just not like asking people for things?
I don't really like asking people for things. It's just makes me feel guilty. Okay, yeah, guilty. It's just not really nice because, like, I just don't think it's a good idea. So,
Someone said, how did you come up with your original characters?
I think this is a better question for Ebony because she actually, like, cares about her original characters. I mean, not that I don't care about my original characters, I just don't really share very much information about them with the public.
Ooh, mysterious.
I just assume most people don't care, honestly.
Secretive.
But yeah, you should talk about
Alright,
your OCs,
so-
Ebony.
should I?
Also, yeah, your screen
Alright.
was cut out, I think.
Yeah, I tried to fix
Wait,
it.
really?
Oh, shoot, yeah, my screen did cut out. Hold on.
But the stream's like 30 seconds behind, so I don't actually know if it is.
No, it's also cut out on there. I just have to redo the AirPlay. It's because
Okay.
my internet had, like, some issues.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I hate internet
Technical
issues.
issues. Well, we shall wait while Bio fix her
It
internet.
should be fixed. It should be fixed. It's the screen
Oh.
can the stream can hear us talking, but yeah, it's just that they can't see my screen. But it should be fixed now.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the
alright.
stream
So
to
should I
like.
talk about? Yeah, I can see it now.
Yeah.
So should I talk about like
Yeah,
how I
yeah.
come up with?
Oh yeah, I see it.
Well, that was a long story, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So that was a that was a long story. Basically, I started off with playing. So I used to have an obsession with this game called Dragon Mania Legends, and I do like the design of one of the dragons in there. And I thought it would be cool to make. And then when I got into first got into Wings of Fire, I thought it'd be cool to make a Dragon Sona based upon that character. So I made Ebony. It's like, yeah. So I made Ebony. Questions from people who are asking why my OC is wingless. That's because she's a hybrid. She's half Bermuda wing. If you don't know, Bermuda wing's my fan tribe. And more info on the Bermuda wing could be, it's on my amino page. You know what amino is.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I didn't know you had a Mino.
and then I do have amino. It's just I'm dead on it. Like I
Yeah,
didn't
I
need to be
barely
out.
go on Amino because there's so much drama.
Really? I'm not really
You
into
probably
kind
haven't
of
seen
drama
the drama
thing.
because you haven't like been on Amino very much, but yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. I haven't been on like anywhere really. But yeah, so the info's on my Amino. And so I thought there could be a reason that to explain why Ebony's wingless, so I made a Bermuda wings, but I haven't like made much stories about them, just there to prove that, to explain what Ebony's wingless. And yeah, she basically resembles me, just a cool character I have with me, like a lifelong buddy, you know, that kind of thing.
What's the ring on her neck for?
Oh yeah, I wondered about that
That's
too.
where. So I made an update about like because she's short-sighted, just like me. So that is like the ring because I found out that the glasses are really hard to draw. So
Yeah, they
I
are.
decided that her ring should be like the ring on her neck should be like enchanted to like make her see better, and yeah, allow her to see underwater as well because she's like she likes to swim.
Huh, that's cool.
Pretty interesting.
Okay, I have another question about Wings of Fire if you guys want to hear it.
Yeah, of course.
Do you guys think
Yeah.
scavengers are relevant for the books about dragons, or did Toei make a mistake in adding them in?
I talked about this already in the stream, but yeah, I think they are going to be relevant.
What about you, Ebony?
I hope my theory is correct, at least.
What about you, Ebony?
I need to never disappoint us. Right.
Ebony, did you drop out?
Oh, sorry, my voice got cut off. Your
okay.
voice got cut off. What's the question again? Sorry.
Do you think scavengers are going to be relevant to the books, or do you think Toei made a mistake in adding them?
I think they're definitely relevant to the books because that's. I believe that Toei, as a writer, as an relatively experienced writer, she makes right choices when adding characters, and also she said in one of the videos, like in the I'm not sure what's the channel called, but she made like in one of the like the Q&A videos, she said something about like playing with characters, like adding in more like new characters, and just need to like you just have the responsibility to like play with those. You have the responsibility to play with those. That sounds weird.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
So yeah, she said in one of the videos said that once you add in a new character, you just have to make sure that you just keep track of them and just like make sure they serve their purpose. At least that's what I remember. That's what she said. So I believe that she add the scavengers in for a reason.
I also believe she added scavengers in for a reason. Based on something she said during interviews.
I think it'd be really cool if scavengers had a bigger role in the upcoming books, like what we were talking about earlier, like if they have a connection to the other mind or the cure for that. I think it'd be really cool integration with scavengers.
I'm just really hoping that so while I do want scavengers to have more of a role in the upcoming books, I just don't want okay, I'm worried that basically Wings of Fire, like, what if Arc 4 is all about, like, scavengers and dragons coming together, and then, like, Wings of Fire turns into, like, a Dragon Rider series? Like, that would be so frustrating, because, like, yeah, like, as people are saying in the chat, like, the books are, like, focused on dragons, and, like, we barely get any books that where, like, the main characters are dragons. Like, usually the main characters are humans, and the dragons are, like, the side plot. Or, like, the side kicks, or, like, the transportation. So, like, I really don't want Wings of... Like, I would be happy to have scavengers become a more major part of the plot, but I don't ever want scavengers to become, like, major characters. Like, I'm okay with Dragon Slayer Legends, because, like, that was, like, kind of, like, a side story, but if they become, like, the main focus, like, permanently, I think that would be, like, sad.
I don't think that's gonna happen, though, because I remember Toy said that her inspiration for writing the series was that she noticed that there's like no dragon protagonists in books or TV series.
Yeah,
So.
I'm hoping. But I think that Tui's also kind of getting bored of just writing dragons, so that might be a reason why she wants to add scavengers.
That might be why she added Sky in.
Yeah.
Talk to scavengers. Interesting.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's just a cool ability.
what's
Go ahead, Stu.
what's the stupidest thing you did as a kid? This is a topic.
Oh. That's very, very difficult to say, because I did many stupid things as a kid.
Tell us some of them.
I mean, dropping the plate on my foot is one of them.
Oh, that's true.
Anything else?
I have to think. Well, I think I mentioned this in one of my other streams with the mic on, but I did I had like a wolf pack with my friends when I was younger, and then we like would fight other people or like tell them to we basically had a part of the playground which we considered to be our territory, and then we would like tell people to get off our territory if they went on that part of the playground. And then that actually yeah, okay, so then eventually we there are these kids who decide to raid our territory. Because obviously, of course that's gonna happen.
Kids did that in our school too.
Yeah, and then we basically started fighting them, and then it was basically just rolling around on the dirt, screaming, and not actually correctly punching each other. Just this is in elementary school, just rolling around the dirt, punching and screaming at each other. And then we all got dragged to the principal's office and yelled at, basically. I mean, but nothing happened.
Oh my god. That was okay. Bio. Let me tell you, that was so relatable. Except that it's not at school. It's in my neighborhood where me and a bunch of kids would be like, "This is my territory. Get on my territory." And I was I remember me being one of the ringleaders. Then I'll be standing on top of a ladder thing and be like, "Y'all people listen to me. You listen to my territory."
Yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly. I was the alpha, so I had to make sure that I fought for our territory.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, we were pretty bad. Another thing that we did is, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure this is hazing, so I was it was very bad of me. But I basically said that in our wolf pack, we had to each eat part of a dog biscuit or something. We had to get a dog biscuit and eat part of it to show we were true wolves, baby. And let me know that I was 8 years old, okay? So that's pretty stupid. So true wolves, baby. And honestly, the dog biscuit was really nasty and it was really gross. I'm sorry that I made my friends do that.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, that's kind of bullying, because I'm pretty sure some of my friends wanted to be I don't want to do this. And I was too bad. If you want to earn your place in the pack, you gotta eat part of the See, this is what I mean when I said that I was tsunami. I was really bossy and just yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean that was everything you just said was so relatable, except that for me it's a potato.
Was it a raw potato or a cooked potato?
Okay, so basically, here's the thing. So it was 7. So remember it's about 10, not 10 years ago, 7 in the morning. I spotted some of my friends downstairs because I live in apartment. And I was and I spotted some of my friends in the neighborhood downstairs, just screaming and running around. And then I was why don't I go and join them? And then I met up with them, and they'd be like, "Hey, you know what? Let's cook some stuff. I have someone just decided to light a fire in in the neighborhood." Someone made a fire. No, nobody commit arson. Don't worry. But someone decided to make a fire, camping kind of thing. And so I was like, "Hey, why don't we cook a potato?" And then I was like, I have potato in my house. I'm going to get a potato. And then I went up. I went upstairs. I got a potato, and I went down. And then and then we cooked the potato, and it was like half raw, and we still ate it.
Oh.
It was disgusting.
Oh my.
We didn't like
I've never
season
had
it or
raw.
anything.
I'm just really amused. Like, apparently we had really similar childhoods because I also like made a fire in my driveway, like.
Oh my god.
And like, yeah, it was
Well,
really
that's
like just like a campfire in the middle of my driveway, very illegally, by the way. But
Oh my.
What is it with you people and starting fires in urban areas?
Secret. We are secretly arsonists. No, don't. No. We are secretly arsonists. What about you, Storm? Any
I think it's
fun
just
thing
that both of
happened?
us seems to be wild children. Basically, that's what the deal is here.
That was not me.
I mean, you seem more
what about
well-adjusted,
you?
frankly.
Yes, probably. Let's see.
Okay, never mind. I was about to ask Storm what happened to his childhood.
I don't know.
Because he seems extremely
Different.
terrified.
Apparently, Ebby and I were bad kids.
I can't remember anything off the top of my head.
I was like a really bad kid then. I got into trouble multiple times. Well, that was in elementary school and middle school. In high school, I was quiet.
Love how you guys have just like got a bunch of things off the top of your head. I can remember literally nothing.
Like nothing?
Yeah,
Or
I have no clue.
you just don't want to share with us.
No, I actually don't know.
It's fine.
New topic.
Maybe it's just new topic.
Did you ever get like? Oh, I guess that we might have discussed. I might have discussed on another stream. Never mind. I was gonna ask like Dylan if you ever got in trouble for anything.
Not really.
Oh my god, what's wrong with
Not
you?
that much. Like I've never gone
God,
to school or anything.
Have you ever tried to steal anything, like when you were like a little kid? Or did you ever steal anything like by mistake?
Yeah, it wasn't by mistake, but it was mostly just like food from our house. Like.
Well, that doesn't count if it's from your own
I
house.
know. I don't know. Not really anything.
I stole my mom's phone to take revenge on her for scolding me.
And then you got
What?
scolded even worse, I'm guessing.
And I deleted her favorite app. Now you can't use your app. Screw
Oh my
you.
What did she do to you?
She just we don't talk about that.
Grounded for a year.
No, it's we don't. Let's not talk about that. What about you guys?
Okay.
That's
All right,
hilarious. I love it.
I did a lot of wacky things before.
I've got in trouble a lot
That's
when I was
probably-
younger,
I did not.
obviously.
That's probably just why I still like. Yeah, like I think the reason why I just like try to stay out of trouble as much as possible now is just because I just did a lot of wacky things before. Oh yeah, sorry, you guys.
When I was
Keep it going.
in high school, I ran away from home, but I would not consider it really running away from home because I told my dad where I was gonna go. He just didn't know exactly like where the location was physically, but I like told him approximately where I was going. But the thing is that like my dad always has kind of like fought a lot with my mom, and like they're not divorced, but like they disagreed a lot on how to raise me. So like I was very close to my dad and like not really close to my mom. So I remember my friend was having this like really big sleepover with a bunch of our other friends from out of town at her house, and like my mom wanted to like ground me for some reason, so she like told me to go to my room and stay there, and I wasn't allowed to see any of my friends. I wasn't allowed to go out, but I really wanted to go to the sleepover because like I was gonna see a lot of people that I didn't get to see very often. This is when I was like 17 or so, actually, so I was pretty old. And then, but I really, really wanted to go. So, like, my mom, like, I basically, like, packed my backpack, and I remember, like, I packed it, and I actually packed my homework, because I was, like, I gotta do my homework over the weekend, so I've gotta make sure I do my homework at my friend's house. So I was very responsible.
Oh my.
That's
And then I like packed my backpack with like things I needed for like one weekend. And then like I basically like literally just ran downstairs and just ran outside. And then like my mom was like complaining on the phone to like her like my aunt about me, basically like she's so badly behaved and like, oh, she's so horrible and I can't like deal with like how bad like Bio is being, like she's like being a bad daughter and stuff like this. And I like
Don't worry,
literally
Bio's
just like
relatable.
ran out the door and I was like, now you got some more stuff to complain about. Like I just screamed that as I was like running out the door.
Oh my god.
And then my mom's like, oh my god, she's leaving, oh my god. And she just kind of like dropped the phone and started running after me. But the thing is like, okay, now I'm not really fit, unfortunately, but like when I was a kid, I was actually pretty fit. So like I was able to outrun my mom easily. I just like ran into the woods, and like the thing is my mom's not willing to follow me into the woods. So then like she got her car and she started trying to find me. So I just kind of like went through people's yards and like went through the woods and stuff, and I just like, so then I walked across town to my friend's house,
Oh my
basically,
Oh.
and my mom's
So
obviously
you're-
extremely upset. I'm sure she tried to call me, but I like turned off my phone and stuff, so she couldn't call me. And then she like really embarrassingly, she called all my friends' parents and was like, "Where is my daughter? Do you know where she is?" and stuff like that. And then she was like, "I'm gonna call the police and like I'm gonna have the police track you down." And then like somehow, I guess like my friends' parents told my friends, and of course my friends were at my friend's house, and they said like we'll protect you if the police comes, we'll just hide you under this blanket and stuff. But
Oh my
the
God.
police never came, so you know, whatever. And yeah, so I
Oh,
got to have my
that-
sleepover, and then I came home, and then I was like really grounded once I got home. But the thing is that I already got what I wanted, so I didn't care.
Oh my god.
Like I was like grounded for the next
That's
month, but I was
great.
like, you know what? I already got what I wanted, so I don't even care. Which was
I
great.
never actually
but
got
again,
down
like
by my parents.
I don't know if that's really considered to be running away from home, because like I told my dad like I'm gonna go to a friend's house and I'm gonna sleep there for the weekend. So like he already knew vaguely where I was, and like he basically knew I was safe and stuff. But my mom had no idea where I was, which is really nice.
Oh my god.
So basically, your dad just kept a secret for you.
Well, he did. I think he did tell my mom that I was at a friend's house, which is why she called all my friends' parents. But thankfully, the person's house I was at, she like her parents are kind of like not home very often, so she never was able to come in contact with them. So that was really good.
Not home very often.
Yeah,
That's concerning.
it was a weird situation. So like the friend's house who I stayed at, like actually like I kind of feel like her parents were a bit neglectful because oh shoot, did my thing go dead again? Ah.
Did it?
Sorry, I'll fix it.
I don't know.
So yeah, like unfortunately, like I think her parents were a bit neglectful because they were like never home and stuff, and like she basically kind of just lived with her brother and did whatever. But it worked out for me, I guess. I mean, that's how she was able to have so many people over from out of town. Like, she had, like at that time, she had like 10 friends out of town.
Sorry.
It's okay, no worries. But yeah, that's one of my many stories of getting
Alright,
in
guys,
trouble.
just we don't talk about that.
But yeah, that's just one of my many stories. Oh no, Ebony, now we're having more technical difficulties.
We'll be right back, folks.
Sorry. Sorry.
Let's see. Oh yes. Did I already say this games you played as a kid?
I'm not sure.
Let's talk about it then.
When you say games, do you mean like pretend games, like playing pretend, or do you mean like board games?
I don't know, because board games you can play at any age, but pretend
Yeah.
games you really only play when you're a kid, so I guess pretend games then.
Ebony, did you get your stream back up?
Wait. I'm not screen sharing now. Oh, I'm
Nope.
not.
Yeah,
What
you're not screen
happened?
sharing.
So am I screen sharing now?
Yep.
Good.
Yay, we're back in business.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So what were you guys talking about? The games you play or
Yeah,
something?
like pretend games, like that wolf pack thing.
Played a lot of games. It was fun. I like games. Not computer games though. Computer games are okay, but not as fun.
Computer games are the best.
Yeah, I played a lot of computer. I played
yeah.
computer and pretend games when I was little.
Huh.
What's a pretend game?
Like the Wolfpack thing.
Oh yes, my favorite type of game. I just a fun fact. I used to imagine like I have a pet like hedgehog, and I would be like, so I did this, and my pet hedgehog also did this, and I did that, and just really childish. And then 2 seconds later, I would wonder, what have I been doing for the past 2 minutes?
Well, apparently you told us how you also cooked yourself seaweed on Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
Yes. The best way to like, seaweed is, if you guys don't know, like people in the chat, like the context behind this, seaweed is great. And yeah, so basically I would cook seaweed for myself when I don't have seaweed around on Minecraft.
Pretend you're eating it.
It's like so sad. It's like poor child doesn't have any seaweed.
Give me seaweed, well, all that.
Cook seaweed in Minecraft. Oh my god.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I actually played a lot of.
It's a weird thing to do.
I bet a lot of people play like Wings of Fire nowadays, like play pretend Wings of Fire.
Ooh, yeah.
When I was a kid, I actually played a lot of like Warriors play pretend. So the Warriors thing happened. First it was Warriors, and then it turned into a wolf pack. But yeah, we were like a Warriors clan, baby, and yeah. And I was the deputy, and my name was like, I think it was like Frostheart or something, because I was very uncreative.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I got to be the alpha in the wolf pack, because I was the deputy in Warriors. So then I got to be the leader, since I wasn't the leader in Warriors. And I was very upset about that, because I was bossy.
Wow, you're exactly like Tsunami, aren't you?
I mean, I like to think that now I'm more chill, but yes, when I was a kid, I was bossy.
Like bossy and like what? Like, so like you always want to be the leader. Okay,
yeah, like I was bossy and I was like aggressive and liked fighting, which is like
so
very
pretty much
Tsunami.
exactly like Tsunami.
Sorry, sorry.
Oh, please laugh, please do. It's sad and funny.
No, I just laugh at the thing. I just laugh at like the fact that you like fighting. I don't know why it's so funny, but don't worry. Relatable.
I mean, it's weird that like Storm here is the only person who is actually a good child.
You're welcome. I am keeping. Yes. I don't.
Maybe because your family's organized, like good at keeping track of what you guys are doing.
That's definitely true.
Maybe it's because we're only children. I think only children are more likely to act out because they don't have like siblings that they can play with at home.
That's very true.
I am pretty much a lonely child. Indeed.
Yeah, me too.
Can't relate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the thing is like, I don't know. Like, I think I agree with what Ebony said. It's like, sure, you might fight with your sibling when you're younger, but it's so nice to have a sibling to like share experiences with when you're going on like trips. Like that going around the world trip that you did, like I would be, honestly, even though it's a really amazing experience, I would be pretty miserable if I did that when I was a kid, because it would just be me and my parents, and like it would just be, not as fun.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you get to be with a sibling, you can like share your experience with them, and then like, especially when you get older, you don't fight as much, and then your sibling becomes like a very important person. So
yeah,
Yeah.
Because you can talk about it, and it's nice to
Exactly. Yeah, you can like. That's the only person who really shares your childhood, like all your childhood memories. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Sometimes it's I'm not saying always, but sometimes it's good to have a sibling. I have to agree with that.
Yeah. It's obviously it's not always good to have a sibling, but I don't know. I feel especially because like Storm, you said that you have like a twin sister, so I feel like that's like an especially special bond. Like, yeah, you guys probably fight a lot right now, but like
yes.
in the
Also
future,
true.
it's going to be like you're probably going to be pretty thankful for her.
Yep. Probably.
Yeah. Because life is with a sibling is great. Life as a lonely child, it's just. I mean, it's great because like it's good because I'm not.
You don't have to
denying
compete with
that
anybody
it's
for
not good.
resources. Like your parents can spend all their money on you, and you can like, you can probably go to whatever college you want to because your parents like only have to save for you to go to college.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I just have to be. I'm really grateful because of that. It's yeah, and that's why I'm actually really. Despite the fact that I say I really like a sibling, like I really wish that I had a sibling a lot. I'm actually really grateful about the fact that I'm a child. About you, Bio.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know. Like I think well, the household, as I mentioned, was like kind of tenuous growing up because like my parents fought a lot and stuff. So I don't really know if like it would be good if I had a sibling. Like I do wish sometimes I had one, but like I guess I don't think about it that much. But
Yeah.
I am
I
out
think
of topics.
it's nice if you like when you get older, like if you have your own kids, then you and your siblings' kids can probably play together.
Oh, that's basically me and my cousins.
Yeah.
Me and my
That's
cousins
me
have
and my cousins. Like my closest experience to having a sibling is like being with my cousins, and like I spent like so Storm, I told you that I used to like live in California for like 2 months out of the year when I was growing up, and like that's because I would go to my cousin's house. I basically would live with them like being siblings. So I did have something of a sibling experience. It's just not as close as real siblings, I think.
The best state. It's California.
The most expensive state, California.
You're not wrong.
I'm like
Well, I've never
considering
been to
moving to San Diego once I graduate from school, and I'm like just looking at like the prices of houses, and it's like the least amount is like median $500,000 for a house. I'm like, oh my god, like
Yeah. I think it's even more where I am. So
yeah. Oh yeah, I don't want to go to the Bay Area. No, hell no.
yeah, ours is like double that.
Yeah, hell no to the Bay Area.
It's
Oh my god,
so
did it stop again? Why is my internet having so many problems?
Wait, really?
Oh.
It's not the stream that stopped. It's that like my connection to my computer stopped.
Oh, that's
I can fix it pretty quickly. It's just annoying to have to stop.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. Like, I never been to America before, so I have no idea. I don't know what kind of place it is, but I guess it's great.
Yes, it's very hot, very extremely hot. What's the temperature right now?
In California, it's really
Yeah.
hot. Yeah, I'm sure.
It
I mean,
is-
in Portugal right now, it's hot too, but not like really hot. It's
okay, it's not that
like-
hot. It's only 71 or 22 Celsius.
Portugal's pretty
Yeah,
nice because it's like
something
near
like
the
that.
sea, right? So
Yes.
yeah. I live like 5 minutes like. Princess Cove. So I live in Portugal in a city called. I'm not sure it's a city or a town, but it's called Cascais. Yeah.
I have no clue how to. That word is so very complicated sounding.
That's Portuguese.
Ah.
I'm just impressed that you must know so many languages to be able to do this.
I only know like 2.5. Not really impressive.
Like you must know
I-
Spanish pretty
yeah.
well at least, or Portuguese.
Nope.
But like, how do you get around
I
it? Because like that's
In
actually
Portuguese?
something that like I mean, that's something that, like, I always worried about. Like, I really, really want to visit other countries, as I mentioned to you, Storm, and, like, I want to go, like, travel to a lot of places, but I'm really worried I won't be able to speak the language. So, like, I won't be able to do anything. Like, I remember when I went to Japan, like, I really felt like I needed to, like, know at least some Japanese to get around. So, like, what do you do? Like, yeah, especially Ebony, like, how can you live in Portugal and not know Portuguese?
So, wait, do you, so for me, so I speak, well, thankfully, about 60% of Portuguese know English, but I do practice my Portuguese sometimes, but since I'm not really comfortable with using it, I just talk to them with English as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can just do that? Like, you can just speak English and it's all fine?
Yeah.
But, like,
do,
aren't you
like,
frustrated, like, in your daily life? Don't you have issues where, like, you speak to them in English and they only know Portuguese and you're like, uh-oh, I'm screwed?
Then we talk using Portuguese. Yay. But that's, like, only the worst case scenario. A lot of Portuguese know English. And when it's, like, come to use Portuguese, my mom will usually, like, talk in Portuguese. Because she's confident. I'm not.
What are the other languages you know? Is that the 0.5 that you said?
I know Chinese.
Oh, okay.
It's my mother tongue.
Oh, did you move from China to Portugal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I lived in Portugal for 5 years. I came from China.
Oh, so you lived in China until you were like 10 or something?
Yeah, like yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, okay. Wait, so where approximately did you live in China?
So it's really hard to, talk about it because I move a lot. Like I don't travel, like travel's like where you like go from one place to another place like for a short amount of time. But like move, it's like where you like just stay in one place. So I moved, so like in China, I moved to like several cities, like at least 3 cities.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm just really, somehow when I was little, I got like sick a lot. Like, I'm just not really good at adapting to the cold climate because I was from like the northern part of China and my parents are just really concerned because I got sick a lot. So we moved to the south and then after that, we just stayed there for like about 8 years and we moved to Portugal. And then I studied in England and came back to Portugal.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So that's my life. What about you guys?
Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in the United States my whole life, and like I didn't even think of the idea of moving outside the United States until recently, like the possibility of even living outside the United States. So like I grew up in Massachusetts, which is like, it's actually kind of funny. I like grew up like in like the town next to the town that Tui lives in. And then, like, her kids are, like, going to go to the same high school that I went to, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Which is, like, really funny. But, yeah, so, like, and her, like, her, like, kids are going to, like, elementary schools that were, like, in my town and stuff, so it's, like, super funny. But, yeah, so I grew up in Massachusetts, and then I went to college in upstate New York, and then now I'm in Maryland for graduate school. And then... Yeah, I'd like to go to California. I mean, I spent a lot of time in California also, Southern California, in the Pasadena area, when I was younger too.
Ooh,
so I'm
Pasadena.
hoping probably when I graduate, because like I'll have to get like biotech jobs. So probably I'll likely move to either like the Boston area in Massachusetts, which is in America, the Thousand Oaks area in California, or the San Diego area in California. It's gonna be one of those 3 most likely.
Does Silicon Valley not have a lot of those? Like,
no, Silicon
tech?
Valley is more for tech than for like.
Okay.
It's more for it's more for computer science than for like biology.
It's good for what
I
I
also
want to
just
do.
I'm sorry, I just really don't want to go to the Bay Area because the Bay Area is like stinky.
Yeah.
Like, I know that's really mean, but I heard, yeah, it's really expensive, and, like, the traffic... I mean, the traffic in DC is really bad, too, so I can't really talk about that, but it's just, like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, I really don't want to go to the Bay Area. I would love to visit the Bay Area, but I don't really want to live there.
Yeah, I mean, the traffic's not that bad, but yeah, I don't know. It's definitely very expensive here.
Yeah, same here. Well, not maybe. I don't know much about the price of houses in Portugal.
Well, yours is probably pretty big because you have a pool.
Yeah, my house is like pretty big. We have like 4 bedrooms. We only have 3 people, so more than enough to house all of us. But we do have a swimming pool.
That's really nice. Do you use it though, or do you not use it often?
No, we use it to grow algae. Grow a lot of algae. Yeah. Not that we want it there or anything. We just want to grow, you know?
Somebody said, what brushes do you use, Bio?
I'm using a lot of different ones, so unfortunately it's going to be, like, hard to answer. Because I really like collecting brushes, which is, like, kind of probably not a good thing, because, like, it's important to remember that it's, like, your skill that's going to affect your artwork, not necessarily your brushes.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, so if you can see in my window, like, I have, like, favorites, so I just group my favorites together, but they're, like, all from all over the place, like,
oh my god,
I imported a lot of,
you have?
yeah, I have, like, yeah, look at this, it's just so many, like,
jeez.
Procreate is a really good app.
It is, it's a really good app. It's a really good app, like, again, though, like, I don't think it's as good, like, it has nice animation tools, but it's not as good for animation, it's more so for, like, illustration, I think, which, like, to me, I draw more illustration than, I draw animation, because I just don't have the patience for animation. Which is kind of funny, because Ebony's, like, the exact opposite. She does animation, not really illustration. But yeah, so I have, like, tons and tons of brushes, like, way too many, probably. So, like, I would probably spend forever looking for brushes, so I just, like, group them into my favorites, and the favorites are the ones that I use all the time. But honestly, this is even too many favorites, so, yeah. But, like, it's hard to say exactly where I got them from, because I just get them from, like, everywhere, and a lot of them I edited. For example, this, like, Fancy Pants Bio brush that I'm selecting, like, it's a brush that somebody else made, but then I edit it, like, with my own texture and a bunch of my own stuff to make it my own brush. And then, like, yeah, basically. But, I can, like, post in the chat, like, a couple of, like, good resources for getting brushes. So this, like, GVW Procreate Brush Pack is a good one that has, like, a ton of brushes. Also, for, like, floral brushes. Brush pack. Yeah, these ones are good for, like, a bunch of brushes.
That sounds
But it's basically just, like, I like downloading brushes and then I experiment with them and I figure out which ones are my favorites, basically.
That's cool. I never used Procreate before, but, like, you know where they, like, sell iPads and stuff? They have, like, Procreate app downloaded on there, and every time when I saw, like, an iPad with, like, Procreate, I'll be like, oh, Procreate, can I go on there? Can I go on there?
Well, so just to let you know that the Procreate apps that they have in the Apple Store are nowhere near as good as the actual Procreate, because they don't have, like, any of the custom brushes or anything. Like, it's a limited version. Yeah, it's like a demo version. So, like, Procreate's better than the one you use in the store. Just so you know.
I never really spent any money on drawing out. I DK it Procreate. But it should be fun to, not fun. It should be convenient to draw using an iPad.
It is very convenient. It's definitely, yeah, much more convenient to draw
than,
using
like,
an iPad.
Yeah, because, like, you know, an iPad you can just literally draw anywhere, while on a laptop you have, like, a space. where you have to like place your drawing tablet, especially when your laptop's not touchscreen. You have to like place your drawing tablet in one place and your laptop in another, and just have to sit like at one place and draw.
You can like, for me, I like set my desk up so that I have like space for my drawing tablet, and then I have like a wireless keyboard that I like cram in there basically, and then I have like my monitor. I actually like, again, oh my god, my thing broke again. Why does it keep doing this? Like I'm gonna actually restart Lonely Screen to see if, oh no, that's actually gonna screw my screw the stream up actually if I restart it, so never mind. Yeah, I prefer to use actually multiple monitors, because like that way I can look at a reference picture on one monitor and then like my picture on another monitor.
Yes, multiple monitors.
It's like god, like I actually have like my laptop monitor, my main monitor, which is a 4K monitor, and a secondary monitor, so I have 3 monitors total.
So fancy.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, that sounds
Probably
really
take a picture
cool.
of my setup actually, and then post it in Procreate.
Yeah.
Or actually, I can just take a picture. I can like show it on my camera app, and then you guys will be able to see it on the stream.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna wait 30 seconds though, because
Yeah, we gotta wait for the like stream to catch up with us chatting, but you know.
yeah.
I just have to
Also,
be careful not to show like personal. Oh god, my finger's in the way. Now you can see like everything. This is like really kind of surreal. So yeah, that's like.
yeah.
So this is like my area. So like, this is like my main monitor right here.
Oh,
that
I see something.
That I'm looking at. Yeah, there's
You have
some
a
like sort of
PC
like
as well? Wow.
crappy bunches of windows.
Oh,
Okay,
I
I'll
see
do
monitors
that
now.
instead.
Oh, I like the drawing on above the PC.
I like
Yeah,
the
so
mouse
this is a drawing of by Rennie Polymorphous that I got. It's like a commission of like my character Kraken, who's the Sea Wing, and then her boyfriend basically Mojave, who's the Sandwing, and then their friend Lost Wish, who's an Animus Nightwing. And like they're all from the Pirate Pentala roleplay group, so we've like roleplayed them having like adventures and stuff, which is pretty cool. And then yeah, so this is like my main monitor right here, and then which is like a 4K monitor, and then I have my wireless keyboard, and then I have my secondary monitor, and then I have my laptop. So yeah, there's just like tons of stuff.
Wow.
I like the mouse pad.
You have like all the
Oh yeah, so this is like something I got at a convention.
Advanced.
The mouse pad I got at a convention. It's actually a gaming pad by the artist Sandara, who is on DeviantArt and Instagram, and she actually followed me recently on Instagram, which is like a huge like senpai noticed me moment for me, since like I followed her artwork since I was like a kid, so like I really look up to this artist, and it was made me really happy that she actually followed me on Instagram.
Ooh.
And then
That's great.
yeah. So yeah, that's my work area basically. And then I have like the calendar, and then I've got some like weeaboo stuff and like some Pokemon stuff.
I will react to this in 20 seconds when it shows up on the stream.
Like Bio like is absolutely like, you know, you have everything set up and just everything like advanced and just, you know, all the cool stuff. Well, it's great. I have like I just have a laptop, and then like I just like draw on my study desk, and it was like does not look professional. Nobody would know that I'm an animator if they look at my settings. And then just a laptop, and I just animate on there. Pretty simple. Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have a desktop bio to run all that stuff.
Well, it's because like again, like I had to take my laptop to school and to labs, so it needs to be portable.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm too, I guess I didn't really want to have a desktop and a laptop, because I wanted to be able to like use my laptop to draw on the go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Um,
One thing about
but yeah, that's my
laptops.
workspace. So Maybe, like, I guess someday I might actually do a video about it. But yeah, I try to keep my workspace neat because I like it to be neat. Oh yeah, I forgot to show. I also have these, like, Wings of Fire cards that I got.
Cards, ooh.
They're kind of stupid. So I actually, like, I forgot to show you guys. I have these actually, like, these Wings of Fire cards that I got at, like, the event. This the New York Wings of Fire Fan Fest. That's where I got these. So like, they're like a leaf. They have like information about the tribes, I guess. This is like hard to see because the light is so annoying. And then like they have like the tribes on the back, so I can use them for like references. So I guess that's a silk wing or something.
That looks really cool.
This is like a rain wing, and then it has like information about it on the back.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen those.
Yeah, they're pretty like silly and stuff, but they're kind of cute. I just have them on my desk to use as references if I need them.
That looks
oh, like info cards.
Yeah, they're like little info cards.
Our reactions are gonna be delayed by like 30 seconds.
I know.
Oh, Rainwing. Well, I like the
people
Silkwing one. Oh no, Skywing. I like the colors on the Skywing one. That's really pretty.
Yeah, they're cute. I mean, they're just like little cardboard cards, but you know.
I think, where'd you get them from?
I got them from it was like just from the New York Fan Fest. Like they were just giving them away for free there. So unfortunately it was like a Wings of Fire event, but.
That's cool.
Ooh.
I think I've gotten some like posters from Barnes & Noble special editions of the books, but I've never gotten like cards like that.
I mean, both of you met Tui before. I never met Tui.
So, oh, I didn't know you met Tui before, Dylan.
I did. I went to a book signing last October.
Oh, so you went to one of the ones in like California, I guess?
Yeah.
One of the ones that was in like, you must have had to drive a while. I thought, because they weren't they in like SoCal?
No, it was like 45 minutes away or something like that.
Oh, that's not bad at all. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, so I ended up getting misinformed about how many books I could sign, so I only brought 5 of my books instead of 7, which sucked. I definitely had, I think, I was one of the most obsessed looking people there though, because I had a stack of 5 books on my lap, and everyone else had brought, because it was for the 3rd graphic novel, so everyone else had brought like...
Just the graphic novel?
Yeah, just the graphic novel to get it signed.
And you brought like 5 books.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I had the 2nd graphic novel, no, I didn't have any graphic novels, but I had like Darkstalker Legends, the 13th book, the 12th book,
heck yeah,
the
baby.
11th book. And then I also had the 10th book. So I had 10, 11, 12, 13, and Darkstalker Legends get signed.
That's awesome.
Obsessed fan. Be like an obsessed fan. Shit.
Yes.
It's okay, whenever I see 2A, I always have this huge, like, we joke that I have, like, this book of questions, because I usually have, like, 6 pages of questions that I want to ask her whenever I come, and it's like, I've never gone through all of them, but it's, like, it's funny to, like, joke about.
I actually made a Google Doc of some of her questions that got answered. I don't know if I, like, have it right now, but I know I made it. I wrote down a bunch of answers.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like old answers. It's for like the 3rd graphic novel and about the books.
Yeah,
but...
that's the thing. Like the video that you want me to make, Ebony. Like I'm still gonna make it, but I feel like it's gonna be old information. Cause like
when the 14th comes out.
Don't feel pressured though.
But I guess I didn't realize that a lot of people in the YouTube fandom like haven't seen that information before. So yeah.
Including me while I was watching making the Snowbox video.
Oh, the screen cut out again.
Oh, freaking. Why does it keep doing... I think it's because, like, I might have, like, gone past, like... Because I'm using the free version of this, so maybe I, like, went past the 1 hour mark or something of, like, how long you can use it.
Huh. Wait,
at least I can get it back pretty quickly whenever it times out.
Yeah, that is good. Ebony, someone asked in chat what the favorite books are, and I was just going to write it because we already answered that. But what's your favorite book? I forgot.
Oh, where is it?
What's your favorite Wings of Fire book?
Oh yeah, you already answered that? Or
We already answered it, but some other person asked it again, so I wanted to type it in chat, but I forgot what book you said, so.
it's fine. I'll answer it.
Okay.
So, in case you don't know, my favorite Wings of Fire book is Winter Turning because it's great. It has a good quote in it, and Winter is one of my favorite character. Second arc character. I mean, if I met Winter, I would not necessarily like him, considering how edgy.
I know, he's so
he
edgy.
Is. Prince Edgy. But I just like his character, like, just as a character. I probably wouldn't like him, like, if I'm a dragon I met him, but, I like him as a character.
Someone, asked how old are us, so.
I don't think it's a good idea to give out your exact age online, generally, because, especially in a public setting like this, because, like, people can figure out your exact birthday, and then they can, like, get access to all sorts of information, but... For a general age range, I'm between 23 and 26, so you can judge how you will for that. But yeah, I say you can give a general age range.
Me and Ebony are like in the same.
I'm just between 1 and 100 now. Just kidding. I'm between.
You're obviously 69, Ebony. Old grandma.
Yeah, I'm between 14 to 17.
I already said mine in the chat, so if you want to like that badly, just go find it.
Oh yeah, what's your age, Storm? Let me see. What's your age? Okay,
13 to 100.
That is very valid. Now it just sounds like a stalker.
Oh, you should do Striker voice. Do it on stream.
No.
Yes.
Okay. If you don't know what Striker voice is, it's a character if anybody, like for anybody, if you don't know who Striker is, it's a character I voice in a voice acting series called Angelica
by Dragon Sheep.
Oh, I didn't know Dragon Sheep had those sorts of things.
Yeah, it's really cool.
No.
And it's
but she does
like
make series.
Literally nothing like Ebony's normal voice, so.
That's pretty funny.
Like,
I'm actually pretty curious. What does my normal voice sound like?
A lot deeper than Striker's.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. I don't like people call me my voice high pitched.
Why not? Why you don't like that?
Because people used to call me high-pitched and loud. And I don't really like being called that, but I guess it's fine because it's kind of the truth. But yeah.
It's only loud when you're doing the actual like Striker voice thing. Normally you're not.
Well, glad you don't think I'm loud.
As you can see, I have
so many other topics.
I have no more in the document. This is scary.
That's fine.
I'm gonna just give.
I think there was somebody who asked a question a really long time ago about how much money we make on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Which I don't know. Ebony, are you monetized?
I am not. My channel's completely free. I am broke. I am a child. I don't earn money.
Well, if you're broke, you should monetize it, and you should earn money.
What about you, Bio?
I am monetized. Because you know what? Money is nice, and I want to eat sushi.
Well, I use an ad blocker.
And I need money to eat sushi. Yeah, I use an ad blocker too. So I have absolutely nothing against people who use ad blockers, and I encourage you to use ad blockers. But if you do not use an ad blocker, then, you know, I might as well make some money.
Huh. So I've always wanted to know how it works. Do you only make, like, revenue if someone actually watches the ad, or how does it work, you know?
There's different kinds of ads. So there's, like, one ad is, like, a pop-up ad, and, so basically, like, a little overlay on your video, and that only works if people actually click on it, and then you get a little bit of revenue. And then for video ads that play before your video, if they watch the whole ad and they don't skip it or they don't ad block it, then you get the revenue for it.
If they don't watch the whole ad and they skip it, then you don't get the revenue, huh?
Yeah, you don't get the revenue. But like, yeah, I don't actually make that much because a lot of my videos aren't monetized, so I make around, like, I think only like $50 a month on average or something, or $40 a month on average.
That's still pretty good though. Like, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, it is pretty good. But there's other people who like have the same amount of watchers as I do who make like $100 a month on average and stuff.
It's because you have more videos probably built up, like...
Yeah, I have a lot of videos that are not monetized because like map calls and things like that, and like map parts are not monetized because they're like the music company owns them.
Mm-hmm. Because that'd be nice though, because that would probably definitely support like buying new equipment every once in a while.
Yeah.
From just
sure,
YouTube
yeah.
earnings. Yeah, I can't wait to get monetized.
Yeah, monetize sounds like a good thing. Yeah, I mean, of course it's a good thing. But
Because I ended up...
for now, not anytime soon.
I recently got a new GoPro. Well, it wasn't recently. It was like literally this
Like
Christmas
3 months ago, no.
Yeah, no, it was like 6 months ago. But
Wow, time really passed very fast.
yeah, so that was kind of expensive.
GoPros are very expensive, yeah.
I think in my opinion though, they're worth it because you get really, really good footage out of a really small camera, and it's also very, very tough. Like, I've dropped that thing onto my floor from like 3 feet before, and it's totally fine.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, for me, I've just been using the same equipment for 4 years now.
I think my biggest purchase, well, I got Clip Studio Paint recently, which was really nice, but my biggest purchase other than that was the iPad, which like changed my life, honestly, because it's just really nice to be able to draw on the go.
Yeah, iPads are pretty
Is iPad a really good place to draw on?
Yeah, it's basically like having a digital sketchbook, and like I always hate keeping track of traditional stuff, so.
Ooh, yeah. Digital sketchbook. I mean, it is, because I've been to some really cool places, like, there's like a cliff right next to my house. This
that's
like,
really awesome.
yeah, it's like cliff right next to the ocean, and then I wish I could like draw it out. I try to do it digitally, but it didn't end really well.
Somebody asked Ebony, how do you add music to your animations on Fire Alpaca?
I would say
So on Fire Alpaca, I animate on Fire Alpaca, and then I edited it together on Wondershare for more. It's an editing software. Okay.
Okay, I have another question for you.
Okay.
Hold on, let me find it again. What are your guys' favorite foods? I think we already answered this, but Bio didn't.
Well, yeah, I'm obsessed with sushi, and I live for sushi, and sushi's my life. The end. I also really like hot pot, Korean barbecue, and ramen. Yeah, you can like see the influence in my life.
I've never had like Korean
I also
barbecue.
really like cheese. So like brie cheese, cheddar cheese, cheesy pasta.
Cheese is good.
Cheese is good. Cheese.
And I like meat too. I like Brazilian steakhouse. If anybody has ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse, I really like Brazilian
I've been there
steakhouse
before.
steak. Yeah, I love meat. Yeah.
It's good.
And then
Mama's done with
Ebony's
the
favorite's
ramen.
like ramen. Or sorry, not ramen, seaweed. Yeah, you like seaweed.
Seaweed.
Ramen. Yeah, I do like seaweed. Seaweed's great. Like, yeah.
What's
An
your
obsession or addiction.
Eating it in Minecraft.
What about you?
Can't eat it in real life.
What about you, Storm? Any stuff that you like?
Sushi. I live for sushi.
Yes.
Sushi. Best.
Sushi master.
Yeah, the sushi cult. The
Sushi cult. Hey, sushi has seaweed in it, so I mean.
It does.
I mean, I do like sushi as well. It's one of my favorites, but
Yeah.
one of my favorites. Yes. I also like ice cream.
Oh, that's a pretty common. Yeah, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
I
Mint
like
chocolate.
caramel.
Ooh. So classy.
Somebody asked if we had
overall
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out
I
is
saw
really
that.
good. Yeah.
In-N-Out's the best. Wait, do they have it in Maryland?
No,
Yes.
no, it's West Coast only, but whenever I go to
Oh.
California, I always eat In-N-Out. It's so good.
In-N-Out is. It's like nice. Bye. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? You never answered the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like butter pecan.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
you
like
guys-
having like I actually don't like ice cream that much in general because it's too sweet. Like I don't like things that are too sweet, but with butter pecan,
same here.
usually like you can eat the pecans and the pecans aren't sweet, so I usually like to eat it with like a bunch of pecans. Like sometimes I'll get butter pecan ice cream and I'll put extra pecans in.
You guys are eating like such fancy flavors like caramel and butter, like gourmet flavors, and I'm over here with mint chocolate chip. It's my favorite flavor. It's the best.
I mean that's legit.
It's really
That's
simple.
fine.
Well, I
It's
mean,
like-
I don't need fancy stuff to, I don't need fancy stuff to survive. So
I mean, in general,
Yeah,
I think
I'm okay with it.
like
Mhm.
ice cream is just really good. Anyways, I don't really care about the flavor, unless it's like
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
What's your
ice
least
cream.
favorite flavor that you've ever had? What's the least favorite flavor?
I actually don't like mint flavor things. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I
Graham. How could you?
don't know if that's the
Yes.
least favorite though.
Oh,
In general, I think I'm pretty good at avoiding foods that I know I won't like the flavor of them.
I feel so betrayed.
I don't like
I mean,
chocolate flavored.
Yeah, it's too sweet.
Really?
I agree. I don't like chocolate flavored things. Like I like
Most-
chocolate, but if it's too sweet, I don't like it.
Mostly the chocolate.
Yeah,
mostly the
I don't like
I get
chocolate.
really chocolatey, like really chocolatey.
Really chocolatey. Like,
Yeah. So it's not sweet. It's more like chocolate.
like
Like
bitter.
dark chocolate. It's not bitter, but it's just not very sweet. You know, it's not like
Yeah, I just don't like sweet chocolate.
I have a horrible sweet tooth. So I mean,
Oh yeah, you
I
and
like-
your
I
like
like-
pound of jelly beans.
it was 4
Oh,
pounds.
I
4 pounds of
like
jelly
candy.
beans.
It took me 4 weeks. Okay, 4 weeks. I rationed it out.
4 weeks is not really a long time.
Somebody asked if we've ever been a vegetarian. I would never be able to do that ever. I would
Nope.
like, yeah, I really like food, so being a vegetarian would take much of the joy out of my life.
You could do it with like Beyond Burgers though.
No. Beyond
No?
Burger's still not good enough.
Really? I thought it was pretty good. I had one of them. And I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, they're fine, but not forever.
Yeah, that's true. It's better for the environment though.
Is
I
it?
mean, I'm okay with being vegetarian.
Yeah, because 1 pound of beef, ground beef, takes like 21,000 liters of water and 15,000 pounds of grain to make.
I guess
And
like the
also-
thing is like it is true that mass producing meat is like not good for the environment, but you can raise meat in like ethical ways.
Yes. For
Yeah.
example, have a cow pasture in your backyard.
Yeah, it's. I'm okay with being a vegetarian. Like, I don't mind.
You could just live on seaweed.
Yeah, I live on seaweed, or just sometimes like I don't really like having meat in like food. It just takes a lot of effort to eat, and yeah, sometimes I feel that vegetables are better, but I don't know. It's complicated.
Let's see. More questions.
I know a lot of people asked this questions in the past, but
yeah, but okay, I'm gonna scroll up and see how far I can go. Let's see. Somebody said, "Is there anything like who/what inspired you to draw other than the books? Like, is there anything else?"
I don't really know what inspired me to draw when I was younger because, like, I remember that I was really into dinosaurs when I was younger, so I think I just sort of, like, drew, like, because I just wanted to put the ideas I had on paper. And then, like, when I was a kid, like, people in my classes would, like, really like my drawing, so of course that's going to, like, make me want to draw more. Like, I remember other kids would ask me to draw, like, dinosaurs for them, and then they would cut them out and play with them. So obviously any kid likes feeling like other people are praising their work. I mean, I have, like, artist inspirations, but I don't... Yeah, I think that it's... I do have to be in a fandom to be inspired, so, like, it is mainly, like, Wings of Fire or, like, my own role plays, I guess sometimes inspires me, but... Or it's just honestly, like, ode work, since I don't draw my own OCs very often. It's hard to say. Music is, like, a good inspiration, too, I think.
Yes, music. The best inspiration.
Music is like motivations, like basically motivation. It motivates me to do stuff, and it also inspires me. Like,
music is very good for inspiring animations. Like, music is so inspired for me, like, listening to it and, like, I want to make a PMV out of this or something.
Yeah. But, I mean, yeah, it is, but what I'm... So, but for me, it's like, it's more of a motivational thing, because I'm just, nowadays, I'm just, like, mainly focusing on doing, like, story, like, animations that actually tells, like, have conversations, like, dialogues in them, instead of, like, music videos kind of animation. So I guess music can't really help with, like, inspiration, but it can help with motivation, definitely.
Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know you wanted to focus more on, like, drawing or, like, movie style animations over, like,
yeah, it's something that I want to... It's what I want to do, because that's, like, if I want to work on my Wings of Fire sequel, like, if I have to prepare for my Wings of Fire sequel, like, animating it, I have to do, like the movie style animations. So it's also, like, something that I'm, like, goal I'm working towards.
Okay, I have another question for you guys. If you could resurrect any Wings of Fire character from the dead in the books, who would it be?
I would probably be interested in resurrecting Clearsight, just because, like,
oh yeah,
I think it would be interesting to like see her reaction to the way things have gotten to be in the world, especially with all her children basically turning evil, or not evil, but, like, very, very, very misguided.
Very misguided.
I think that I would, if Clearsight is not an option, oh my god, my thing stopped again. If Clearsight is not an option, then I would want to resurrect actually Princess Orca, because, like, I feel like her story could be very interesting, and I think she could be a very, very, very interesting villain.
Oh yeah. Very good.
Which princess?
Princess Orca, the Sea Wing Animus princess who enchanted the statue.
Yeah. I guess that's right. I actually really wanted to know Orca's story. I want to revive Gil.
Oh, Gil is a good boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's just so nice. He doesn't deserve to, like, die off like that.
Feels bad.
I feel like all my reasons, like, for, like, reasons why I like a character is because they're so nice. They don't deserve to die, like, or, like, they're just nice. I like them.
Okay, another question. What's your guys' favorite season?
You mean, like, arc?
No, like, weather season.
Oh,
like, fall, summer, winter.
Fall, I think. I don't like hot weather that much.
But it also gives you allergies in fall.
I mostly get allergies in spring more so than fall.
That's true.
It is. not
I
really
feel
a
like it
good
just kicks up
season.
a lot of dust and pollen in fall. I don't know why. Spring is like
Yeah.
sucks though. The allergies here are so bad. What about you, Ebony? What's your
Oh,
favorite season?
jeez. I like summer.
Summer.
Hot, so
Ooh.
hot.
I kind of like hot areas.
I was expecting it to be
like,
like winter
season.
because you live in Portugal, but
But
like
she said that she gets sick in the winter, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, that was like when I was little. I'm
Oh,
not sure about now, but winter is always like it's always raining in Portugal. Like during winter, it's like
Oh,
raining all the
that's
time,
annoying.
and everyone just get not depressed, but like it's just really sad.
That's
So,
fair.
yeah.
wow,
That's
we've been going
totally
for 3
fair.
hours.
Oh, we
Almost.
have? Dang.
Yeah.
We'll probably only continue the stream for another like 15 minutes or so. Because I think that
Okay.
you have to like get off at some point, right? Like,
I have
soonish?
45 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we'll continue for another like 15 to 40 minutes, somewhere whenever we feel like stopping, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And streams are really nice because I find myself very productive during them because I'm like, oh, people are watching, so I have to keep drawing.
Mhm.
Instead of like checking Discord and also other nonsense.
That's a main
Yeah.
disadvantage of like a second monitor. You're always like looking at Discord or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's nice because I don't have to like keep on switching tabs to Discord, but yeah, it does mean I'm more easily distracted if somebody like messages me, which is like kind of annoying. That's why I'm always on like the red or whatever, like the do not disturb thing, because like, yeah, I try not to get distracted by like people messaging me.
Yep. Okay, let me find some more questions. Let's see. Who is your favorite of the Sandwing princesses?
I don't know. I think they're all kind of boring to me, honestly.
What about you, Ebony?
For me, I like Blaze.
Yeah, I think if I
She's
had to
dumb.
pick one, then I would pick Blaze, because I think she's funny, but yeah.
I like
her
Blaze.
because she's dumb.
Beautiful. Yeah, it is kind of
Amazing.
funny how she's dumb.
Yeah. But I guess
Yeah.
it would be, it would be bad if one of the Sandwing princesses was like pretty and smart. That's too much.
It's too much. Too much. You can't be
Names
pretty and
too.
smart. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's legal.
Plus, like, and they will not choose Thorn for the crown.
Yeah, I think the
Sandwing.
thing is that too, we wanted to write it so they were all dislikable. Because she was like, I want to make it so that you really don't know who it's going to be because you hate everybody.
Yeah.
I know that
Yeah.
that's like a big part of the fandom that actually likes Burn a lot though, apparently, because like Burn has some character development in that she like built this like obelisk for her mother and stuff, so like people like kind of latched onto that and they're like, oh, she really loves her mother, so like she has some depth to her.
What's
Wait,
your
she
guys'
does?
What's your guys' favorite villain from the series?
I mean, Darkstalker. My cat's named Darkstalker. My favorite book is Darkstalker. I like Queen Scarlet a lot too. What about you, Ebony?
I like Hawthorne.
Oh yeah, Hawthorne's awesome.
Oh, Hawthorne. Wait, is it Hawthorne or
He's
is
a
it the
creepy
other
boy.
mind? Because Hawthorne was possessed, so is it really Hawthorne or is it the other mind that you like?
It's I like Hawthorne. I am not that. I do not like the other mind. I hate
Then
the
you gotta
other
think-
mind.
Is Hawthorne actually a villain or not? Because he was possessed, but we don't know how much he was possessed.
I think the thing is that like
Great point.
the other mind is like fine and stuff, but Hawthorne is more interesting because Hawthorne actually has this backstory and like things that he tried to do, and you
Yeah.
know, like the other mind's just kind of like
Yes.
this, like, oh, it's just a plant that's trying to take over everything, like whatever. Whereas like Hawthorne actually has this like backstory and like he's like compelling. Like again, like Darkstalker is actually compelling. I mean, a Darkstalker's definitely a bad person. I'm not saying
Have
that
a
he's a
bad
good
friend.
person, but he's
Apparently,
like
Bio's
compelling.
been enchanted by Darkstalker's spells as well.
I think he's an anti-hero instead of a villain. You know?
Bio, have you been
It's
like
like
enchanted by his like charisma spell or something? Think he's compelling?
I mean, I think that like I do think one big mistake the fandom makes a lot is like I see a lot of people being like Darkstalker did nothing wrong. Ooh, 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 face. And like, dude, he like tried to commit genocide on the Ice Wings. Like, really? Like, you can't. I don't know. Like, I saw like when I was at one of the Wings of Fire events, like somebody asked Tui like, is it Clearsight's fault that like Darkstalker became evil and like all this stuff? And I'm like, dude, like he has to be responsible for his own actions. You can't like blame Clearsight, who's like a victim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe that it's not really Darkstalker that's evil. It's like if you think like I know like everything that happened in the book it could be overwhelming, but if you actually like put it like connect it to the real life, actually everyone would do something like that if they were given the power. So it's totally like it's okay that he's like that because he lost control. It's not his fault. He's kind. Well, not kind, but like
I mean, I think you
nice.
would only have that go a certain amount. Like, yeah, I think that people would like lose control and get like very aggressive over some things. Like, for example, what happened to his mother. But I don't really think you can say that like murdering a whole group of dragons is really something that everybody would do. Like, I mean, what he did to the Ice Wings is like definitely
it depends on his personality. That's what I'm trying to say. It depends on personality.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, like a lot of things is like contributed. Like there are a lot of contributors to like the fact that he murdered like a whole group of dragons.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Because
yeah, see, he definitely obviously had a really
like,
terrible thing. He had a bad lot in life. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah, because like Darkstalker is described to be like power hungry, not like power hungry from like the first second like he was born. Because like he always wanted to be the one who's in control. That's his own fault that he's like, well, it's not his own fault. He was like born that way, but that's like his own characteristic, his own personality. But there are also like factors in his life that cause him to do such bad things, like destroying, like killing the Ice Wings and all that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Can't entirely blame him.
I still think that it's like not good to like blame Clearsight for like Darkstalker's actions.
Definitely cannot blame Clearsight for Darkstalker's action. She's only doing. I think it is actually a really great move that she's doing that because like she's like giving up on someone who's like she really loved to like for the bigger picture. It's really a great thing to like do so.
But yeah, I definitely would agree that Darkstalker is more of like an anti-hero than like necessarily a villain. But he's definitely still painted to be like villainous.
Yeah. Okay, someone said
one of the most controversial characters.
What's your favorite Jade Winglet member?
Well, for Ebony, it's Winter.
Could have guessed that.
The edgy boy.
I like Winter too. For me, yeah, it's either Winter or Turtle. For me,
I like Kibli. Kibli's.
I liked Kibli a lot until book 10. Then he really annoyed me.
Huh. Why did he?
Oh yes.
Because like, I guess this isn't really his own fault, quote quote. But like, first of all, I'm still annoyed that he got with Moon because I really wanted either Moon to get with Winter or Moon to get with Kibli to get with Moon. Or sorry, I was really annoyed that Kibli got with Moon because I wanted either Winter Watcher, so Moon x Winter to happen, or I wanted Kibli x Winter to happen. It was like my least favorite of those three potential shifts. And then, second of all, like, I felt that Kibli experienced basically no character development whatsoever in book 10. Like, he started, like, Tui said that he was supposed to be a foil for Darkstalker, but he really was not, because, like, he was supposed to be a foil for Darkstalker, and that both of them are kind of power hungry, and both of them are, like, they want other people to like them and stuff like that, but, like, Darkstalker actually did some really terrible things, whereas, like, Kibli basically does nothing. And yeah, it was pretty, just like, it was very underwhelming to me.
Yeah, I mean, I ship Moon and Keebly, so that's nice.
So you were probably happy.
Yeah.
I'm actually more of a Winter Watcher shipper, but sorry, but
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I mean, I
But,
prefer Winter Watcher too, so.
we only want the best for the characters, right? Like, when Moon can only be happy. I think that Moon ended up with Kibble will be a much more, like, happy ending, because you don't know what's going to happen between Moon and Winter if they ended up together, so.
That's true.
Yeah. It's probably just for the best.
Yeah, because the main reason was because of all the times that Winter was, like, horrible to Moon.
Okay, again,
Yeah,
like, I
like-
consider that everything that happened in book 10 was very out of character for Winter, so I just don't even think about that, because, like...
Not even only in book 10, but I was shipping Keebly and Moon before that. I don't know, I
That's
just kind
fair,
of like...
then, that's fair.
I like Keebly as a character more. He's, like, a lot nicer than Winter.
That's
Winter's
totally
edgy.
fair, and that's why...
Yeah.
That's actually why Tui put Kibble and Moon together, because she was like, I think that, you know, she said, like, I read a lot of series where the bad boy gets the girl, the bad boy with a heart of gold, but I really wanted, in my series, I really wanted the boy who, like, does all the right things and is, like, a nice person to get the girl.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you're that's same reasoning.
Yeah. So I don't really mind Moonblade that much. That's why, because as long as the characters are happy, then I'm happy for them.
I also found, like, I just found, like, book 10 to be, like, yeah, I don't know, like, I didn't really like Kibley's point of view very much, like, it was kind of boring to me, so that's why. But, like, I really, really liked Kibley in books 6 to 9, so, yeah.
Yeah. I
think
just
it was
find
really-
one thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
Alright, so. Oh no, never mind. You go.
I was gonna say, I did really like seeing inside Keely's mind for the first time. I thought it was really cool.
I was excited
Yeah.
by it, but then again, I felt like, yeah, I felt let down personally, but I think maybe we just, like, had different opinions, which is fine.
My favorite, like, interaction in that book was probably Vulture and the entire thing with Vulture. That was pretty cool.
That's actually super funny, because I actually really didn't like the whole Vulture thing. Like, I actually, like, found that to be a huge waste of time, and I was, like, really... Like, I'm, like, working on my Q&A video for, like, 7K subscribers, and, like, I actually, like, someone said, like, what is, like, a character that you don't like, as, like, one of the questions, and, like, the answer was, like, I put Vulture, because I was, like, his entire arc was a waste of time. But it's good that you liked it. You said different people like different things, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's interesting. I liked because it gave Keebly a little bit more backstory, you know? It was kind of like... It was like Winter.
Yeah.
Keebly also has family issues.
I think they have pretty similar family issues, apart from the fact that Winter is just like, it's something that Winter has been dealing for like his whole life. Well, Kibble got an escape from it
Yeah, he did.
because of Thor. Thor just basically rescued him from his like family issues, and Winter has nobody to rescue him, and he needs nobody. Like, he doesn't accept help from other dragons. So he kind of like shut it himself in. That's like, I think that's like a reason. I think that's like why, in my opinion, I think that Winter is like going through more. Like,
Oh yeah, no,
much
Winter's
worse.
definitely going through more than Keebly.
Yeah.
But
No offense, Kibble. No, wait. What? No, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't let it.
let's see, more questions.
But are there any characters that you guys considered as Mary Sue in the series?
A lot of people consider Moon to be Mary Sue, I know. 'Cause she
I
has,
know.
like, all these
I saw that.
powers, and she's nice, and all the boys like her.
Yeah.
and she gets like all the people to like always be like, just like, what about Moon? We need to, she's great. She'd be our leader. What about that?
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with Moon. I guess she is a bit Mary Sue-ish, but I don't really mind very much.
Yeah, I think
she is
okay.
a overall really nice dragon. So
yeah,
like I used to don't really like Moon a lot because I just don't like the attention she's getting. But like I just but nowadays I decide to like just think about it, like rethink my decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I actually consider Moon to be like overall pretty, like I think Moon is overall a really what I consider as one of the smartest character in
she's
the
definitely
series.
one of the smarter characters, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like she understands, she like apart from the fact that she has mind reading, but like she understands dragons, she like knows how to make them feel better, and she just like really nice kind of dragon to talk to.
Yeah, her conversation with Sunny at the end of her book was cute.
Oh yeah,
really? I forgot.
Yeah, I like that one.
She has like a conversation with Sunny at the end of her book about how like she actually has like prophetic powers and stuff.
Oh, I kind of forgot about that bit. Not sure. What exactly did she say?
She just like has this like conversation with Sunny about like, oh yeah, I'm actually a mind reader and like I can tell what you're thinking right now, and like please don't give up on the school because like you're the hope for the future, basically.
I think I remember. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Let's see, I'm waiting for more questions. A lot of people want Ebony to play the animation. What is Ebony animating?
Wait. Me? Or?
Yeah.
The animation. Yeah, sure. So, I'm just going to enlarge it a bit. So this is what I'm working on. I need to recolor the line art to make it look more, I don't know, just make it look better, I guess. So it's gonna take a lot more time, a lot more than 3 hours.
How often do you spend on a map? Like, how long do you spend on a map art usually? Like, for example, the map art that you did for the map art you did for like Bitch Boss. Like, how long did you spend on that?
I definitely spend a lot less time than this one. I spent like 2 days, not 2 days. Just like total of 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I spent like over 3 times the time on this one already.
Oh wow, dang.
I did like already did like 4 seconds of animation, like almost like halfway done, and I only have 1 week left, so.
Uh-oh. That's amazing, though.
Someone else has a question. When's your next live stream gonna be?
Actually on Friday, I'm not gonna be able to do a stream because I'm not because of 4th of July stuff. So.
Oh yeah, wait, 4th of July on Friday?
Yeah, so for Americans, it's like 4th of July, which is like Independence Day or something. So.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to stream on Friday this week, so I'm gonna try to stream on like Wednesday maybe, because I think on Thursday I also might be busy. But yeah, something like that. I don't know what our next mic on stream is gonna be, but hopefully we can do more mic on streams in the future, because like these ones are really fun.
Yeah. It's great to just talk to people.
Yeah, it's so much it's just so much easier to do a mic on stream when you can talk to people, as opposed to like trying to answer everything by yourself and have a conversation by yourself and like draw and read the chat at the same time. It's like, oh, it's so difficult.
Yeah. It was kind of hard.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Uwu. Let's see.
The thing about mic on stream is that we need like the appropriate time for everyone, which is a bit hard.
Yeah, it's really hard because because Ebony lives in Europe, and then I live in the East Coast of the United States, and then Dylan lives in the West Coast of the United States, so it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very, very spread out in terms of time.
Yeah, I'm just like 8 hours, 5 hours ahead of you guys.
You're 8 hours ahead of me and 5 hours ahead of Bio. For me it's
Yeah.
12:30 p.m. For Bio, it's 3:30 p.m. and for Ebony it's 8:30 p.m.
34. 12 seconds, 13 seconds, 14 seconds, 15 seconds,
Oh yes.
17 seconds.
Ebony, who are you drawing in your like map art?
Me?
Yeah. Oh, are you doing Snowfall? Or sorry, Snowfox?
Snowfox, yeah.
Yeah, looks like Snowfox.
So it's her. Yeah, it's just I changed the color a bit for her design. I changed it to like a slightly more purplish color because no offense, Winkle, but the original ref is a bit hard to follow.
Yeah, it's very. I think like the original ref is very like illustration based. It's not like as animation friendly.
Yes, and plus I did promise to make it fully animated, so I have to simplify the designs. Do you have any map parts after this Bio?
Aside from yours, Kara, I have to finish Drown, and then like it's like an anemone map, and then which should be a lot easier, honestly, because I only have to do one part as opposed to two. And then yeah, I have to finish Kara. I actually have like my to-do list, which is finished by the end of June, and this is not going to happen.
Good luck, you have days.
So it was
just got ourselves into like the deepest hell ever,
which I did. I did do charity adopts. I finished a commission for somebody. I need to do thumbnails for another commission, which I am not done with yet. Thought Contagion map art, which I did finish. Drown map art, which I did not finish, and I will not finish it by the end. My Kara map art, which I will not finish probably by the end of June. Make my free use bases, which I did finish. My full body tutorial video, which I did finish.
Oh my.
My Q&A part 1 video, which I will probably finish by the end of June. That's almost done. My All Be Good.
You want to hear mine?
Finish putting together All Be Good and do the credits, which I will not have done by the end of June. Then I had a PMV idea for Quinter for Pride Month, which I will not finish. There's no way I'm going to finish the whole PMV in like 3 days. And I also wanted to finish a picture of Sundew and Willow, which I will probably... I'm really hoping to finish that, because I really like to finish that by the end of Pride Month. Then I wanted to make a meme for Deathbringer, which I will not finish. And then I wanted to do a sea paint of Darkstalker and Clearsight, which I will not... Well, a redo of a previous drawing, which I will probably not finish in time. And then I have some prize. I have to do a prize for Versailles, prize for Elixir, the BossCon news video, and yeah. See, I have like way too much stuff to do. And all of this, I set out to do all of this by the end of June, and I made that to-do list at the beginning of June. As you can see, I failed spectacularly. Well, that's like, whenever someone's like, oh, you should do these things, I'm like, dude, I already have a huge to-do list of things that I want to get done. So, like, yeah, whenever people ask, like, do you ever not know what you want to draw, or, like, do you ever, like, have, like, art block because you wonder what you're gonna draw? Like, no. The answer is no, because I always have, like, 50,000 things I need to finish.
Yeah, that's a bit...
It's probably
the thing
too
about
much.
Art.
Frankly, it's too much, but... I try to be ambitious in my to-do list, because then it, like, it makes me want to work hard to try to finish everything. Obviously not hard enough, though.
Mm-hmm.
That is a long list.
Like, honestly, if I can get all this stuff done by the end of summer, I'll be happy. Yeah,
cool.
Go ahead.
So, I got to finish this map part, then I had to work on the How It Feels to Be Lost PMV. Yes, that's a long title, you're welcome. And then I had to work on Green Dragon Vigil. Is that how I pronounce their name? This map part. And then I have to work on a natural selection by RB or humorous, and then I have to work on someone else's map part. Yeah. Basically, me just being a perfectionist, trying to...
Map parts take a long time, though.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
actually
it
think, like,
depends on
after
how-
Kara, I'll probably not work on... Like, I'm gonna be really picky about which maps I take, because, like, it's, like, yeah, it's, like, basically, it's, like, a project that I can't put on my own channel, really, aside from the one map part, so... But I might try to enter more thumbnail, like, contests.
Contests.
Thumbnails are, like, a lot faster for me to draw, so... As opposed to, like, a whole map part, which takes, like, yeah, a really long time.
Yeah. For me, I just want to do a lot more, like, practical, like, experimental stuff, like animations and, just, like, pushing myself to my limit, you know? And then,
So, like,
I can't
animation
get
studies?
a lot of animation studies, because I have to improve as fast as possible, like, for personal reasons.
Yeah, I
And
personally
then-
also really want to improve as fast as possible, but at the same time I want to get, like, work done too, so it's hard, because, yeah, you have to balance, like, your studies with your, like, work that you have to get done for content creation.
Content.
Yeah. Like, just life is hard.
It really is.
And yeah, and considering that, like, your fan base, like, if you have, like, a relatively big fan base, people are expecting you to get your stuff out there, and you just feel the need to animate, and then sometimes you will feel guilty or just anxious for not animating. I'm not sure if
and then
that's
it's, like,
just
if you
me.
do, no, I definitely agree, and, like, if you spend time doing studies, that's time you're not making content really for your channel, so it's, like, hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for sure. Yeah, that's why I have all these things planned. And yeah, this is, like, on top of, like, doing my own figure studies and stuff like that, which unfortunately, I've been very, very bad about actually, like, doing things to learn. I'm thinking of, like, buying, like, a course or something. Like, for example, like, I did grab, like, Aaron Blaze's animation course when it was free. But I'm thinking of, like, grabbing, like, another type of course, and then, like, because I have to buy it, then I'm like, well, I spent money on it, so I better, like, actually use it.
Yeah.
Better use it, no letting the money go to waste.
Exactly. So then that will actually force me to, like, sit down and do the actual, like, learning, because, like, yeah, if I don't do enough learning, then I'm gonna fall behind, and that'll be very bad.
Yeah.
Like, because I already didn't draw for, like, a long time when I was in college, like, I already am very behind compared to other people my age.
Mm-hmm. That's alright, because you're doing other stuff. I believe those are much more important.
Yeah, it's because I was working on, like, schoolwork, and, like, I was also, like, socializing with friends, which I think is, like, important, so...
Can't relate.
Also, well, kind of can relate, I guess, a little bit. I don't do, like,
I'm not sure.
much.
Like, speaking of friends, here's a really weird thing about, like, all my, like, great friends are just, like, we can, like, talk, like, well, but when it comes to, like, texting each other, it's just, oh god, no.
It's
They're
hard
just
to remember
super
as
bad.
fast people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ebony.
But, like,
I have a question for you. So, like, looking at your references, in one reference, you, like, made a dark blue stripe on the top of Arctic's tail, and then on the other one, you didn't. Even though they're, like, both adult Arctic. Is there, like, one I'm supposed to follow?
Wait, which one are you talking about?
So, like, if you look at my screen, like, in the YouTube video, like, in this one, you made, like, this dark blue stripe on Arctic's tail, and then, I guess that's not timed with the picture, and then in the other one, you didn't make a stripe on his tail. So, is that, like, supposed
I am so sorry.
Is that,
I am so sorry.
Which I'm just wondering.
I did not mean to do that.
Because I assume that
so-
they're supposed to be very similar, other than like the earring and the stitches and stuff.
Yeah. Just so yeah, the stripe is there.
So just do
yes.
it. Just do it, okay?
Yeah, the stripe is there. It's just me being inconsiderate. Don't worry.
I don't
Sorry
think most
about
people will. Honestly, I think nobody will notice. I think it's just that like because the people who are actually animating it have to follow the reference very carefully, so they're gonna notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, for me sometimes, like, I just can't be bothered to ask her. I'll be like, I'm gonna change the design a little bit. Yeah, they won't mind it, you know?
Yeah, sometimes
Just-
I used to be very obsessed with asking people, but now I also just change it. And I'm like, well, if they don't like it, then fine, they can use somebody else's part, because I don't care enough.
Yeah, just like, people won't notice it. Plus, they will be grateful enough they're already, okay, that just made me sound bad, but like, they'll be grateful if have participated in their map. They don't need to mind that, you know?
I mean, also, usually it's like, if you're changing something, it's usually like for a good reason. It's not like because like, oh, I'm just like lazy. It's usually because it's like, I literally wouldn't be able to animate this if I kept it the way it is. Or like, this color choice is like not great.
Yeah, just fixing the references, fixing. Just changing the reference a bit. Well, hope you don't mind.
Like, I think what you did with Snow Fox looks like completely fine, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, because the thing is that the Snow Fox, like, in Good For You, is really different from the Snow Fox from my map. So, yeah. I'm not sure how the Windpaw came up with, like, the design for, like, Snow Fox, like, in her map, but it's really cool.
Yeah, it looks really
I
pretty.
actually really like it.
It's just, it's not very animation friendly, other than, like, the, yeah. It's too many spots for animation, but it's very pretty. It's just, yeah, not animation
It's
friendly.
definitely. Yeah.
Did Storm run away? He's gone.
Ice Storm, you there?
I actually have not heard from him at all. Maybe his parents are asking him to do something.
Oh, his sister. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I didn't see Discord.
Oh yeah, your part is looking really cool so far.
Thanks.
Oh, she wanted to screech.
His sister wanted to screech, but I wouldn't let her.
Yeah,
That's
basically
probably a
just
good
reading
thing.
from the Discord.
Okay, I'm back.
Hi.
Hello.
And your sister
God.
ran away?
Yeah, she's gone now.
Good, good.
How did you manage to stop her from screeching?
Yeah,
Mute.
that's impressive.
I muted my mic.
Does your sister, like, go online and stuff? Like, I mean,
Uh,
obviously she goes online, but I mean, like, does she have, like, a, like, channel or anything like that?
I think she has a channel with one video, but she doesn't post.
She has
on
a
it.
channel and I'm subscribed.
Yes.
Did she ever get jealous of you for having, like, followers and stuff?
No.
Because, like, this is, like, kind of an interesting question about, like twins, because, like, Xbox Cat, who's, like, another artist in the Wings of Fire fandom, she has, like, quite a few followers, and, like, her sister also draws and stuff, and I'm like, she has a twin sister, too, and I'm like, does your sister ever get jealous that you, like, have followers, and, like, she does, and she's like, yeah, she does get jealous.
I've never, like, she hasn't told me, but I mean, I don't have that many, so. Hee hee.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a lot. 200's a lot. I was so happy when I hit 200.
We have literally half
Because
of my
it's, like,
subscriber count
almost-
watching us right now. That's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what is watching us right now?
100 people, which is like literally half of my
I'm
subscriber
actually really
count.
surprised we still have 100 people, because usually it drops to, like, 70 or 60 at this point. I mean, the stream's gone on for, like, what?
3.5
Yeah,
hours.
3.5 hours.
Thank you so much, people, for staying.
Yeah, thank you guys. Whoever's still here, good on you.
If you stayed here for the entire
Yeah, if you
stream,
stayed
that's
here, you're
insane.
epic.
Yeah, it really means a lot. Like, it's just been, like, people, just the three of us, like, been talking, and it's, like, it means a lot.
Yes. It does.
Really grateful for that.
I mean, a lot of people also probably came from Ebony's post, too.
Yeah, hopefully. On her, like, server.
I only have, like, 40-something likes on it. I'm not sure if people just creeped into the live stream, but, that sounds creepy, but maybe.
Somebody says, I've been here for 24 hours. What?
24 hours? Who said that? Princess Cove. Wow, that means a lot, Princess Cove. Thank you so much. You know, you just need to thank everyone who's staying here, like, for, like, a diligent viewer, because the viewers are everything.
Like and subscribe to Biohazardia. And also Ebony and me, if you want to. Subscribe.
Nah, don't. Ebony's alright. Ebony is alright. Ebony still needs to improve a lot before deserving more subscribers.
Listen, you're both great, okay? You both deserve, like, 10,000 or 100,000. I don't know, okay? Just deal with it.
Ebony, do you follow, like, other animators on YouTube? Like, not from,
I
from,
do
like,
until they
outside
started
Wings of
giving me
Fire.
anxiety.
What?
No, never mind.
Do you follow, like, other, like, YouTubers who are not, like, in Wings of Fire? Like,
Yeah, I do follow I'm not sure if you've ever heard of them, but I do follow some big not Wings of Fire, big YouTubers. Like, I follow a lot of Undertale YouTubers as well.
Oh, that would make sense, yeah.
And also, I don't follow them, but I watch, like, Warrior Cat's map parts as well, and just cry at
like,
how
I feel like
impressive.
the skill level of a lot of people in the Warrior Cats fandom's, like, above the Wings of Fire fandom, because, like, I think Warrior Cats just is, like, older, that's why, I think. So they have, like, more experienced animators, basically. But, like, the Warriors map parts are, like, really inspiring, some of them.
Because think about this, if you were born when Warriors started, you're 18 now. So.
Yeah. That's what I mean, by the way, when I say that, like, I'm really behind people my age, because, like, a lot of people in the Warriors fandom are, like, my age, and they're doing, like, really, really, like, well on their channels and animations and artwork and stuff, so, yeah.
I mean, that's okay, because you spent time, as I said before, you spent time doing, like, a lot. So that's okay. They probably just spend time doing, like, animations all the time. It's like, everyone's doing the right thing. It's just,
That's true, yeah.
like,
there's not one right thing for your life. There's not only one right path. Yeah, that's definitely true. I think it's definitely a good thing to remember. Because getting discouraged is not good.
Yeah, but it's like, you can't remember that you have, like, this, like, thing, like, person telling you in your mind that it's okay that you're like people, like, you're behind other people, but you still feel like you have to, like, I'm not sure it's just for me, but it's just, you still feel the anxiety that you have to improve. Like, you told yourself it's okay, but you still have the anxiety.
I think some of both is good. It's like, you don't want to be like, oh, everything's fine and I'm awesome, and, like, everybody tells me I'm awesome, so I'm just gonna keep thinking I'm awesome, and then, like, that way you'll never try to improve and you'll just keep on doing the same thing over and over again. But then at the same time, you don't want to be like, oh, I'm so horrible, I'll never get anywhere, like, I should just quit drawing or animating, and then you won't have the inspiration to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, if you, like, it's okay if you, like, it's okay to think like that if you well, it's not okay to think like that. It's not okay to be low on self-esteem, but, like, if you don't want, like, if you're not really interested in animation in the first place, then, look for something else. But if you, Yeah, but if you're like want to do animation, but still low on self-esteem, it's really time to like, you know, be reflective and just think about like what you could do to improve, and maybe ask for other people's opinions on like how what you can do to like
yeah,
make
having
your
someone
stuff better.
critique, especially having some critique's really helpful. Like your friends usually. Like other people who are around your skill level usually. Because like in art schools, like what will happen is you'll do a project and then the art teacher will have the students critique each other.
Oh, that's like a peer review, isn't it?
Yeah, peer review.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just important to be critical.
It's good to have like a teacher who critique you, but like not. But the reason why I say like you should get a peer to critique you is just because like not everyone who's really experienced is gonna have a lot of time. So like you shouldn't like bug people to like critique your work who like might not have the time to.
Yeah, you're right.
I have 6 minutes.
Oh, are your parents starting to be like, yeah, God, get off soon, bub?
Yes.
Wait, what? I didn't hear.
I have 6 minutes left.
His parents want him to get off the computer soon. Yeah, we'll end this stream soon.
Yeah, I do have a bit of a headache right now, so I might have to leave.
We can probably end it here, honestly, if you guys want, because we have been streaming for almost 4 hours.
I'm all streamed out.
Alright, yeah, let's end this stream here. Alright, so thank you everybody who joined. If you actually stayed the entire time, then you deserve a gold medal for your tenacity and awesomeness.
Yes.
But yeah, we will hopefully do more Mike on streams in the future. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope that you were like entertained by some of the things we talked about. Did you guys want to?
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you all later. Hopefully in another stream. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.